If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still till it's all with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a motor. No proof, like I always wanted him, I never hated him. Him and if I did, I never ever you don't know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side fly. Gucci the large, so many more, 10 in the more, never a more. Hey, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch it on YouTube with view for free. Hey, this one time for the Twitch. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. A new week ahead, ladies and gentlemen. It's training camp week.
Oh boy. You know what that means.
Oh, stock up, stock down.
My second worst football segment.
Well, it's not a segment. I mean, we got a whole camp to cover, dude. I mean, what are you gonna? You can't just ignore it. You can't be an ostrich putting your head in the sand.
You can very easily talk about the camp without stock up, stock down, without anybody hitting.
Wrong.
You know, football is a contact sport. So for any of you knuckleheads out there, right, that think that you can judge a football player without pads, it's crazy. It's stupid. Okay? Football's a contact sport. If you ain't hitting, we can't evaluate you. So for these guys that come in because they have material to watch, or they have material to report, or things to write, or to get, this guy, that. Talk to me when you got to put your mouthpiece in and hit somebody.
I got to be honest with you, though, dude. It's like you're being a bit of a football training camp Grinch. Like,
no, I'm not.
You are. You do this every year.
Yes.
No. I just want to say, let us enjoy what's going to, it's almost like a preparation. Like you get excited for it. You get excited for the holidays. There's a shopping season. It's not Christmas yet. And so from my standpoint, you do this every year. We're like, don't get excited for it. I don't have real football to get excited for. Ergo, there's nothing that I'm doing that's wrong. It just is what it is. And I don't understand why you get to be such a curmudgeon about it. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm not a curmudgeon when it comes to that.
I'm also
hold on. I'm also want a fair assessment of what's going on, which you can't do with the ridiculous stock up, stock down when it's a tackle sport, a contact sport, and nobody's doing contact. It's like a baseball player taking practice swings or hitting BP and somebody saying, oh, he's going to be a next Hall of Famer. He ain't facing no pitching.
Nobody's saying they're being a Hall of Famer.
But
though,
I'm just saying.
Excited for how the competition in camp is, and especially this is a camp where there's going to be joint practices, and I just don't understand. There's one of these things like we have had some past camps that has shown things about how the Dolphins are or don't, or things they don't do, or things they don't live up to. Like, I do think there is value in that, and every year you come around like a rain cloud and be like, training camp doesn't matter.
No, it's not a rain cloud.
It is though, dude.
But think about this. How can you make a fair assessment of what's going on? You can't.
But it's not an assessment. You're just
yes, it is. I want to know how good my team's gonna be. Stock up, stock down doesn't inform me of that.
Sure, it does.
Really?
Yeah,
so you think that doing stock up, stock down with guys in tights is a good assessment of how good your team's gonna be or that player's gonna be?
It might be.
No, it's not. I'm telling you, it's not.
Come on.
Listen, every minicamp, me, Eric Metcalf, and Kevin Mack, because we ain't do no reps. We let the young guys do all that. Right? We would watch wide receivers, we would watch running backs, linebackers, and DBs. Right? And we would watch them, and we would put a number on a piece of paper and put it in our locker. Because everybody getting excited about a player is not watching that player under the conditions in which he's going to be required to play.
Okay, but this is the thing I don't get with you, dude, and we'll never see how to what's the harm? Like the
harm is it's not a good assessment.
Who cares? I'll get my assessment.
I care.
Why?
Leroy, because
who cares about you right now? It's about the entertainment of the listeners. This is about
entertainment. I don't understand.
It's not about you.
Fine. If you want to get people's hopes up, if you want to get people's hopes up with stock up, stock down, then go ahead. But it's not a good assessment of how a good a player. Because if I'm a person listen to a radio show and we want to listen to and we want to have an idea of how the team's doing, would you say that's a valuable I
think there's value in knowing who's performing well in camp or who's not performing well in camp. Like, you could say how much stock you want to put into it or not, but you can't always be you can't say none of it matters. I mean, so you're saying practice doesn't matter at all. It means nothing.
No, I'm not. That's
like how it always comes, because if I'm excited about somebody doing good or not excited about somebody bad, and your counter to it is always doesn't matter, it's practice. It's like, all right, cool.
No.
If you diminish anything in sports, you'll probably more times than not be right, but it's like, then what's the fun of it? Like, if we're not gonna have any joy or any interest, and we're just we just flick on the games on Sunday and that's it. Okay, cool. Then we'll just do an August of talking about nothing.
Here is why I fight back on it so much. Okay, and part of the reason is this: there's certain things that you need to accomplish in camp. You're preparing for the season. All right. To have a person sit there and evaluate the things that everybody has to go through a learning process and evaluate them on how good they're going to be is ridiculous. Like, I would say this: I want my quarterback to take a lot of chances in practice, because I want him to work through that so he knows what throws he can make and can't make. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
It sounds like a fair assessment, right? Then, oh my God, to see on Twitter, Tua had 4 picks. I don't know how this season's going to go. It's a little over the top. So that's part of the reason why when we talk about guys during camp, I'm a little resistant to that, because it's not.
A little?
Can I rebut?
Yes.
Can I rebut Leroy?
Sure, go ahead.
This is the same Leroy. If a guy has a bad game, one game, and this person is bad. And if one person has a good game, he's starting to show up. We do that all the time. This is the nature of sports right now.
But there's a different Vlad. Vlad.
You're talking from an area of privilege.
No, I'm not.
You're talking about you're a former player. So you know what camp is about.
Let me explain the difference. And I've said this 1,000 times, and Tobin can attest to this. When I'm doing that on Sunday, it's a lot different than doing it in the middle of July, because he's actually playing football. Can we agree on that?
It's the middle of July, bro. What we got to talk about?
That's all we got, baby.
Man, get out of here with
I
that,
don't understand.
Bro. Okay, go
it's
ahead.
like we got to wait. We got to.
No, I'm not.
Listen. How long you been doing radio?
Listen.
How long you been doing radio? How long have you been doing
long
radio?
time.
This is your first rodeo.
And I've been fighting it ever since.
But it's
I'm not gonna back down from this, because you and I'm not saying that a guy can't have, promising attributes during camp with no pads on. I'm not saying that. You can see somebody and you go, oh, that guy can keep up with Tyreek, or oh, that guy can do this or whatever. But we take it just a tad bit too far and not even acknowledge that his practice ain't nobody hitting, right? So what I try to do is weed through all that overexcitement about a guy not hitting in no pads and clarify that. That's it. I'm not saying a guy can't have a good camp. I'm not saying a guy can't, but to make an honest evaluation of how a player is going to be when he ain't in the conditions that he's going to be either paid in or granted playing time in is a little bit ridiculous.
Okay, but dude, like, that's what the orange jersey is for. You got to win the day.
Right.
That's what it's for.
All right.
If it's a non-hitting day or a hitting day, that's why you get the orange jersey.
Okay.
And you're dismissing it.
Okay.
Always.
Okay.
He's talking from privilege, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Talking from
Yeah,
privilege.
you went.
Wait, there's a difference.
You're a bit of a two-a-days. You're a bit of a two-a-days.
Would you say
elitist.
it's privilege or knowledge?
I
Being
mean,
around it long
knowledge
enough
is
to know.
privilege.
Wait. To being around it long enough to know that these guys that kill it in camp doesn't necessarily mean
But
that
I
they're
like
going
that
to be any
too.
good when the season starts.
But I like that too. Like, I like the guys. Like, I like that Eric Ezukama looks like Jerry Rice in camp, and then we're gonna know whether or not. I like the fact that every year they're gonna tell us Ethan Bonner is gonna be the next Jason Sehorn. You guys get it why? I like that stuff. It makes me happy. I'm like, good, yeah. Let's see. And then if he turns out to be a bum, I'm gonna be like, well, I guess all that camp hype was for nothing.
Here's the other thing. Like, people get excited about players and are so disappointed when that guy who balled out in minicamp or in no pads doesn't work out. And I'm like, why do you put it's not football
Fans
yet?
aren't there. They're looking for anything entertaining, anything to get them excited for football.
Yeah.
I say this.
I agree.
There's a one word, 4 letters, has an O and an E, right? In the middle and the end. You know what that is? It's not love, it's hope. And that's what every fan has. Wait, Leroy, stop. Because you're talking as a former athlete. You're talking to fans.
Yeah.
So when the fans are in that training camp, they're not Baptist Health. You know what they're doing? They're reading Omar. They're reading CP. They're reading Dave. So when they're saying wide receiver number 4, Malik Washington's going crazy, you know what that means? Hey, when training camp, when they play their exhibition games, they're going to look for that player. And if that player starts balling in the exhibition games, guess what? The team is excited. The fan base is excited.
And not only that,
so
Vlad,
stop dousing.
And not
stop
only that,
dousing water on the people's hope.
just have
Go
some
ahead.
fun, baby.
Okay,
and
I'm
also,
done.
like,
what the hell do I know?
it's not like Chris Perkins is a Bernie Madoff. That's a true football stockbroker.
But I'm not
you know?
saying that. But I'm saying, like, for example, how can you tell how good an offensive lineman is without pads?
Well, they only do not pads for like 4 days.
No. They don't do padded practices very much. Or I'll give you another example. In a scripted practice, right? You're running plays where you know what the defense is and they know the play that you're going to run.
Last year when I went to camp for the one day,
Yeah.
saw the Jonnu Smith package.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
You wouldn't stop talking about that all year.
No, all right. That's where I base my opinion from. I base my opinion from that. I get it. Go ahead. I'm gonna stay out of you guys' way.
I don't think you are.
No, I will. I will. I will.
We still got 2
For me to get attacked based on.
I gotta be honest with you. I kind of feel like you attacked us.
No, I didn't. I just said, wait a minute. You act like this is something new.
No, I know, but you attacked.
Okay.
You did. I'm sitting here and I'm enjoying my music, and you're like, that band stinks. I'm like, all right,
Okay.
That's what you did.
Okay, but here. And here's why I sometimes am harsh on these things. Because like you said, Vlad, people want hope. And I get that. But you also need to be real, right? You thinking a certain player is gonna move the needle for your team based on what you saw at minicamp and camp, is not a true assessment of that player.
But
neither good nor bad. You don't know. You can't tell because it like sometimes these practices are basically like a line dance. Like,
and sometimes these players show in these practices why.
But-
Hence the undrafted free agent,
But
who
but
gets to become a starting linebacker or the sixth round guy. We don't know.
Vlad, all of these decisions are made when you see that guy in game-like situations. However you put it up, it's never gonna be, oh, well, this guy's a baller, he gonna start in minicamp or unpadded practice, especially for a linebacker, because the things that they have to do require a little bit of contact.
Do they not have to show something in practice in order for the coaches and the coaching staff to put them in game situations to see what they've shown in practice can happen in game situations?
Yeah, but
So
usually,
when they do that in game situations,
but
that would be a step.
Hold on. Those things are never going to come with just shorts and tights. There's a level, like when you say that guy is a bad linebacker, he is unbelievable, right? It's never because he can run around in shorts and helmet. It's because the guy can hit somebody. The guy gonna fill a hole. The guy's not, not scared of taking on a 300-pound lineman. Okay, these are all things that you can hide in shorts and helmets. You can't hide that when you put pads on. And so a lot of these things you're saying about certain players, right, are only that way because the real identifier is whether you're prepared to put your face in there and hit somebody. Same thing with a running back. Running backs and wide receivers look great with no pads because you ain't getting hit. But if you're a running back and then you start getting blown up over and over and over again, and then you start running soft, well, that's the true indicator. So while you're saying, oh, yeah, he look good, all these guys look good in shorts and
so, yeah, but it's not even some look good. Like, I don't want to keep harping this because we do have to take a break, but it's like sometimes it's guys looking bad. Like, if we come into camp, like Cam Smith is on his last legs of his career working out. If he's not out there lining up as one of the starting cornerbacks, like that matters. That stuff is going to matter because you're going to be like, oh, okay, they completely don't trust him. Like, there is.
Yeah, but it's not from nothing that happened now. He earned that. If they don't trust him, he earned it.
Yeah, he probably did earn it.
Right.
But like it's one of these things where like you can't keep moving the goalposts on what matters and what doesn't matter. Because
I've only been consistent with one thing that matters. Right? That until you play in situations that resemble what you're going to do on Sunday, it's really hard to evaluate certain positions. Like, I would say this.
Yeah, but hold on one second. No. Hold on. You're doing a little bit of a do-si-do there.
He's dancing.
You're doing because now all of a sudden it's certain positions. You basically took a
let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
We got to take a break. I'll let you continue, but we do got to take a break. We're like way over. Headlines always brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Doral Volkswagen, choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock, the Tiguan, the Taos, and the Atlas. And remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. Let's calm down.
I'm calm.
On after this.
I'm calm.
Oh, welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Miami Dolphins announcing news that was reported over the weekend. They have officially signed their second-round pick.
Yep.
Jonah Savaiinaya, guard out of Arizona. Savaiinaya. It's got a fun name.
Hey,
he gets
I just want him to be fun, be big and be fun.
Can you just terrorize people, please?
Wait, I know what you was thinking. Just don't be Liam Eichenberg.
Hey, that's the standard for me. Even though I know what's going to happen day one is they're going to say James Daniels is working his way back. He's on schedule, so Eichenberg's going to be out there with the starting line. I already know how this is going to work.
It's camp.
You don't have
They
to.
do a lot of that. They do to just give, like, they already figured out beforehand.
It's camp until then when it's week 3 and we have an Odell Beckham situation.
Well, that would worry me some, but sometimes a veteran will be, about 95% and could probably practice, and they'll say, there's a couple of guys we want to get a look at.
But Savai and I reportedly got a fully guaranteed deal, so good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him. Got that Munyon. And he'll be good to go once they start practice on Wednesday. They report officially tomorrow. Well, I guess the rookies have already reported. But,
rookies already reported, so he should already be there. We signed this deal, went right to practice.
Get your ass out there, Savai and I. Go hit a sled.
Oh,
they still hitting sleds? I love that.
Because they use a sled a lot for especially blocking, to keep pad
not one of those
level.
not one of those old school sleds anymore, right? Where the coach gets to ride it.
Yeah, sometimes they still use them.
Oh, those are great.
They have a lot of different contraptions they use now. For the main thing with the offensive lineman is you want to maintain pad level. You don't want to if you ever see offensive lineman, the first thing do is stand up, he gonna get dump trucked. So it's kind of one of those situations where they do a lot of drills when not in pads that emphasize pad level. Same thing with the defensive guys. If you were on the defensive line and your first thing is to stand up, you're gonna get a helmet in your chest just as quick as we sitting here. And it's over. You have no leverage.
So yeah, he's all up. He's good to go. Dolphins will get going. Their preseason schedule this year, August 1st at Chicago, then at Detroit, August 16th, and then at Jacksonville. Or versus Jacksonville, at home. Jacksonville's their lone home preseason game. So that'll get going as footy football returns. By the way, the Marlins, they went 2 out of 3 over the weekend. They lost.
I was looking at like the Marlins and looking at the teams that they've played because because there's a lot of teams who are like 5 or 6 games over 500.
Mm-hmm.
The Brewers have been pretty damn good since.
Brewers have won 10 straight.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like when they came into town, we didn't think of the Brewers like that.
No, yeah, they were like in the Ray, but that like kind of that sparked them to a to something like crazy on fire.
Right.
But tonight they got the Padres in town. And so Manny Machado, who's probably going to have like a ton of people there support the local
Fernando Tatis.
Yep. So that's tonight.
And former Marlin batting champ Luis Arraez.
Oh yeah, man. Oh well, he's that they get going. Yeah, Padres are good. This is a nice one for the Marlins. But the Marlins won 2 out of 3, 2 clutch wins on Friday and Saturday. Kyle Stowers, man, this dude is unconscious with what he's doing. No All-Star game malaise for him. Comes back on Friday night, Leroy, goes deep twice. And I mean, 10th inning, usually that ghost runner, I'm no big fan of the ghost runner, but made for an exciting ending. Fish won 8-7 in 10 innings. That was Goosey's. Like this guy is having himself a season. And then on Saturday night, they get the clutch one from Otto Lopez. Big go-ahead double in the bottom of the 8th. So they win that one 3-1. And then yesterday they just got down big. Too much to overcome. But 2 out of 3. Start the weekend winning the second half winning the series. We'll take it.
I know like just Sandy. Man, like I'm used to Sandy playing in 2-1 filthies.
Yeah.
He ain't playing in he ain't had a 2-1 filthy in a minute.
He's Tommy John, guys.
Yeah, he's
No, I know, but like I'm not like we sometimes we think when the guy's back playing in any sport that he's 100% healthy. And they'll say that, but you can tell Sandy don't look like Sandy. and he may be able to throw it hard, and that's what they talk about. Oh, he has all of his speed, but what he doesn't have is that movement that he used to have with that fastball, right?
It's also
And
he's also just been prone to the big inning. Like usually Sandy's
right,
like cruising, it all looks like
right,
it's going good, and then like it unravels and he's giving up a 5 spot.
right.
You know, that's what's really been
Which
trouble.
never happens.
Oh,
And
dude,
usually, if in the past, if he's had an inning like that, it was 2-3 runs, and everybody was shocked.
oh
my
yeah.
goodness,
I mean,
Sandy.
his Cy Young season. I don't know if that guy's ever coming back. That Cy Young season was insane. I mean, not only just because of his year, but also how many innings he was eating that year.
Right.
You know,
I think we just need to be patient with it. Like that guy and what he was before Tommy John. I don't know if he'll get back to that, but anything close to that is still a number one starter on the roster.
well, I
So
think yeah, and I think the thing that's maybe is going to be a blessing. This guy now, maybe he just stinks. I don't know. I'm trying to give him every benefit of
Guys,
the doubt.
can we just not give him the benefit of the doubt that
I
he's
am. I'm trying to, Vlad.
Yeah, don't try to just give him the
I
benefit. Of the
did.
doubt. No, you don't. You know, even like no. You started out, and then until I said,
Well, he
Tommy
may
John,
stink, Vlad. I can't rule out the possibility that he's just
he
not
may
that guy
stink,
anymore.
or maybe it's the fact like every injury of that significance, you need another year. It takes you 2 years to really start getting back to your normal self.
Well, Yuri's making him look bad.
I would say
It's
this,
really
Vlad.
one inning. If
Yeah,
you
but
really,
Yuri's making him look bad because Yuri took like 2 starts to feel it out, and he's now mowing guys
Well,
down again.
that's
Didn't he
Yuri.
have more time though?
I mean, a little bit more time, not really.
What
He's a baby, so maybe it's the
is
fact that he
that?
didn't.
But no, wait. He had surgery before the season started, right?
I don't remember the exact. He had surgery before last season.
Right. But they didn't have their surgeries at the same time.
Okay, but like we're talking like Sandy's had half the year, so if we're gonna go by timeline, like they're kind of on the same map. It may just be an age thing. His arm may just be livelier right now, and Sandy did have a year where it seemed like he almost pitched hurt.
Well, right, there's that. But also think about this: is that like 2 months for an injury like this is a substantial amount of time.
Okay, but I mean we're halfway through the season. It's not 2 months.
Yeah, but he in effect is going through this on the fly. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying that
I don't know. I'm just saying. Well, I don't know if you could ever get a hold on this. I think it's different for everybody else.
Right.
I mean, I think
that's the big.
But there also made the possibility, like, hey, pitchers get washed. It's possible that happens where he's just giving up tater tots.
How old is Sandy?
29.
I mean, that ain't really washed.
Dude,
That's like he about to get into his prime.
he has. I mean, he should be in his prime.
Yeah.
At 29. I don't think he's the only problem is every outing there's the one inning that gets him.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually the 4th inning.
That's second time through.
Yeah, so that's what it is. Maybe,
but
he's not as confident maybe in his pitches or his arms or anything like in his arm as of yet. But
well, the thing that made Sandy special is like he wasn't even a huge strikeout pitcher. Like he had such
kept the
nasty
ball
stuff.
down, the ball would
up
move.
if he needed to, obviously, but he could get through these games and he could get through them in like 100, a little over 100 pitches. It was insane. Now, so I don't know. I don't know if he just doesn't have all the confidence in everything. But I will say,
it's a mental
the
thing.
one thing I would say that's a benefit of it is, the reports are from all the national folks is that his trade market is nobody wants to trade for him right now, or if you do, they want to get him for a bag of donuts.
Right. They're going to
So I guess the benefit of it is like, look, if there is some turnaround around the corner, and you're just in a year where like, hey, we're not going to trade him because what's the point? We might as well keep him around. It's good to have him around for having the experience. He's the leader of the team. He's certainly going to be a mentor for Yuri. And maybe there is some hope that there is a turnaround somewhere around it if you're going to make a wild card run. So, that's the one hope is like, all right, maybe he's put himself in position where the trade value is so low that now they can't deal him. And maybe it's better to just hope there's some kind of turnaround around the corner.
I would also say like one of the things that made him special was his fastball, his slider, changeup, they all sunk, right? Because he could put that spin on it or whatever, right? A lot of his balls look very straight. So his curveball is not quite, his slider's not quite breaking. And so guys are getting the bat on, getting good wood on it, where normally those would be ground balls. Now they're hitting them deep. And so I would say maybe that's the part of it that needs to catch up with it. He's strong enough. He just doesn't have the movement in his pitches that he normally has had.
Yuri Perez is on the hill tonight, 6:40 first pitch against the Padres.
I'm in.
We'll take a break. Back with more for this. Is Leroy stealing a blanket from his dog?
Pretty much. The
Or
dog
is he
was
snuggling? Is he giving Dre a blanket?
I don't know. I think the dog was like, enough of your
Maybe that's what he needs. He needs an emotional support puppy.
yeah, enough of your bad attitude and bad outlook in football and sports today.
Yeah.
So you had to bring him a comfort dog.
Nah, I didn't bring him. He brought himself.
He knows.
He ain't no comfort dog. His
He
nickname is the Maligator.
I don't know. You were kind of giving him some snuggles on his ear.
I did see that.
Yeah, well, I want to make sure he's comfortable because the alternative is
He just mulls you?
dude, I get bit every night.
Jeez.
Well, yeah,
Because he lays up next to you, and if you move, he gets mad. And then he feels bad and he jumps off the bed and goes lay in the corner.
Did you enjoy Scotty Scheffler winning the Open this weekend?
I did. It's not the guy I thought would win, but you got to appreciate
Probably should be.
he's just dominating everybody. Like the struggles that everybody had on a daily basis out there were not the struggles of Scotty Scheffler. He had no struggles. He had maybe a couple of bad holes all week, and he earned every bit of it. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, he's one away. All he needs is the U.S. Open for the career Grand Slam, but
Which is, I would say, see, to me, there's more first-time winners at the PGA Championship, right? But a lot of people would say that the easiest tournament to win is the Masters because the field is smaller. So if you just play it a bunch of times, you can get acclimated to it. There's not a big field at the Masters.
So what's the hardest one to win is the U.S.?
The hardest one to win, I would say, is between the U.S. Open and the Open Championship, simply because the U.S. Open is going to be just brutal, right? Very penal if you don't hit the fairways.
Yeah, we didn't. So we didn't hit on that. We didn't hit on our golf bet, and
Good.
we did not hit on our fight parlay. Which, man,
What'd you think, Tobin?
well, okay, we hit the first two. We hit Brendan Allen beating Vittori. That was a pretty easy one. Sebastian Fundora won via TKO because Tim Zhu went no mas after the 6th round. He quit on the stool.
Wow.
And yeah, that was that was crazy. It was just like, and he was so at peace with it too. You think about like how much Roberto Duran went through with that, and like he's just like, yeah, he was just better than me. Didn't want it anymore. He just seems so at peace.
That means he beat it out of him.
He did.
Right? He ain't want no more of that. He's like in his corner was telling him something. He said, "Hey man, I am getting my ass kicked."
So then we had
Pacquiao. He says,
Pacquiao.
"What do you want to do?" "I want to not get my ass kicked."
Ref goes, "You want to keep going?" And he goes, "Mm-mm."
No, he said like
Do you give that person credit for knowing his limit and not wanting to get his ass beat?
Well, I don't think in today's day and age it comes with the same stigma that it was. Like,
you got to ride till the doors come off of boxing. You got to be bloodied up.
On your sword. You got to fall on your sword.
Yeah,
there was no more. Because here's the thing. I think what killed him, Vlad, is this is the odd thing. He actually had his best round, and I think that he hit him with a couple of right hands, and Fundora just kept coming. I think he just was like, if he ain't going down from that, I ain't beating him. You know, like because you had already. I don't think he had won a round to that point, and so he's like, "Why should I get my ass kicked for 6 more rounds? There's no point."
Yeah.
So we got that one. Then we get to Pacquiao. Okay. And I got to tell you, what a roller coaster ride this fight was. First round, he was picking his spots, but like he comes down the first round, Barrios doesn't throw any punches, so he easily wins it. Second round, looks like he gets that one too. Then all of a sudden, Barrios looks like he's just hitting him with the jab, and Pacquiao can't get in range anymore. And I'm like, oh, this is going to get ugly. This is going to get bad. I'm like, poor Manny. He's going to get.
Now he's tired too.
Yeah, I just.
Well,
like,
it almost seemed like the game plan.
And then in the fifth, I think it was the fifth round, sixth round, all of a sudden, Manny Pacquiao starts looking like vintage Manny Pacquiao. He's darting in and out. He's hitting angles.
The blue chew worked.
All of a sudden, Vlad, you know, the blue chew takes effect, and he's hitting him with the lead right. He's getting the left in there. And then Barrios is sitting there like bewildered. He's like, what is this? And then we get
championship round.
On my scorecard, I had him up 3 with 3 to go. I'm like, all we need is 1 round.
You get it.
And I couldn't score it. And mind you, I bet on him. I couldn't score it for him. I didn't score. I just thought he needed 1 flurry. And you know what was interesting? There was 1 round, Leroy. Pacquiao was trying some tricks where like he gets to the corner and like, oh, all of a sudden the tape is messed up on my wrist. We need to
get more time.
Get a little more time.
Yeah.
And he just didn't. I didn't think he had 1 flurry in him. If he would have gotten 1 little flurry and got that crowd rise into their feet,
he would have got that WWE energy.
I just don't think he had any gas left in the tank.
Yeah.
Now, there were some very, very close rounds. And I think whatever, you know how the saying goes, you got to beat the champ to take his belt.
Yeah.
But what is the?
I think people have changed it to, if you can't beat the snot out of a 46-year-old, you don't deserve to be champion anymore.
Oh, come on.
I feel like everybody was looking at Barrios being like, you had a 46-year-old go toe-to-toe with you for 12 rounds. Like, everybody came out of this very mad thinking Pacquiao deserved to win. So, but I came out of it, it was a majority draw. He didn't lose. I scored it a draw. My uncle who's married to, he's a rabid Manny Pacquiao fan. We haven't talked in months.
Oh,
and I get a text right as it ends. And it's like, was that not the most entertaining night? And I was like, I'm like, this is so great. Oh, it actually texted me in the 12th round. He goes, is this not the most fun? I'm like, I'm having so much fun. And then final bell hits and he goes, I have it a draw. I said exactly the same. And sure enough, 2 judges had it a draw. 1 gave it to Barrios 7-5.
Rematch.
But Vlad, was it a classic? Like, you know, no, like
it wasn't a fight.
It doesn't need to be classic. It just needed for Manny to look like he can show flashes of Manny. And he said he didn't even have a full camp.
He said he didn't have a full camp.
He was running for office. If he had a full camp, it would not have been a draw.
I understand, but he's also like, he's 40. That's what Manny's 46. Like, that's what you're going to say. I didn't have a full camp.
You know what else happens, Vlad? You think you're going to be better when the clock hit 47. And that's not.
Oh, no. Take it from me. No, it doesn't get better at 47. No.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So the energy that he was able to display in this fight, he might not be able to have it for that much longer. But I will say this. If they do fight again, Manny's not going to be that aggressive early on. Or he's going to have a full camp and be able to get through it.
Well, yeah, but then again, I think, like, you know, maybe Barrios knows you a little bit better. He kind of knows, like, the trick is just sticking with the jab. It's going to be a boring fight, and I win because I'm 6'1". Right. You know, like I see. I think if he would have won, my guess is he would have ended up fighting Tank Davis, which could have ended up being a very dangerous thing. So maybe it's for the best.
Dangerous. Come on, man.
What?
If he fights Tank Davis, we might have to, you know, start sending money, start sending
flowers.
Prayers.
Yeah, get well.
Maybe so, but that's going to be a monster fight.
It'll be a monster
That's a monster fight.
I hope he has enough money to pay for his hospital needs. And
he's going to probably, people would think he's going to get But here's the thing though, Vlad. The one thing I would say about Tank, and this is the biggest knock of his career, is that he can lull through rounds because he's looking for that one shot. We just saw this with Roach.
No, I get that.
And if he's off, if all of a sudden, bah, one shot, and Manny gets him down, he better hit that one shot.
You know, there's a flip to that, right?
Hmm?
That's a 46-year-old person that he's throwing.
Oh yeah,
to, and the head movement's not the same as it was.
He
before.
could be sent into the bleachers. I understand.
I would say this is that if you fighting a 46-year-old, do you question whether he could even hurt you?
Probably.
You see what I'm saying?
No, yeah,
he definitely. But Barrio said he's like he can. He said he was still strong. He could still crack. I think he just ran out of. I think he ran out of gas.
Yeah, but was that from camp or from 46?
I'm not knocking.
I think 46.
Yeah,
no, I'm not knocking any 40-year-old strength. Okay, I saw what George Foreman did to Michael Moore.
Yeah, but George Foreman was a beast.
Don't matter, bro. If you can punch, you can knock. You can knock somebody out. You're gonna be able. You're still gonna be able to knock somebody out.
And have you ever seen George Foreman's hands?
I get that, but like Al Macos just said, power is the last thing to go.
Yeah, it wasn't the power; it was the gas tank.
It's the
It was the
speed.
gas
It was
tank,
the
it's
gas
not
And the
the
gas
power.
tank.
Speaking of power, did
Old
you guys?
man power. You have old man power, Leroy.
I do.
Okay, you think Fonz is gonna try to test you?
Oh
No.
I
Exactly.
ask him once a month.
Exactly.
I asked him, "You want a chance for the
You
title?"
want
He
a chance
said,
at the title, right?
he
You
said-
know,
I said, "You want a chance at this title?"
right.
He said, "Stop, man.
He can
Stop."
contemplate everything. He probably could be quicker than you and everything, but he knows if he gets caught with that, it's over. So,
Alexander Usyk also won this weekend. He was not in our parlay. So anyway, our parlay we got a draw. So I thought that cooked our parlay. We got to go. It got readjusted odds, but it was down to like 5-1. We had Poirier, and
you took Poirier?
we took Poirier. Yeah, he was a dog. He was a dog.
Hey,
Well, dude, the first 2 rounds of this, first of all, it looked like in the first round he was going to get knocked out, and which would have been very sad. But he's a savage, and he got through it. Second round happened. Max Holloway looked great. Okay, he looked incredible. Looked fast.
right.
He hit him with no less than 80 body kicks. There's no way that Dustin Poirier didn't wake up the next day peeing blood. But he kept taking him. And Max Holloway knocks him down again in the second round. And you're like, uh-oh. But he gets up, and then Dustin Poirier knocks him down. But this is the thing with Dustin Poirier. This was not, this for the BMF title. It's not a real belt. And he has been obsessed about finishing somebody with a guillotine. He wants to jump the guillotine.
That's his head.
So he knocks him down and jumps the guillotine to try and submit him. And he probably should have just jumped on him and started hammering him with punches right away. But the crowd went so loud. It was deafening in Smoothie King Center for the home. So he doesn't get the guillotine. He gets on top. He starts bludgeoning him. If he would have had a little more time, maybe he could have finished Max Holloway. Max Holloway was stumbling back, but he didn't. He didn't get the finish. Now, I gave round 2 to Dustin because they both got knocked down. I thought that he finished. He knocked him down, and finished on top. I thought that was I thought for me that was a Dustin round, but a lot of people scored it for Max. Third round, I thought Dustin that was super even. I thought it went Dustin. So I have him at a couple of rounds. Next round, thought it was Max. Fifth round, very clearly Max. And they tried to do the whole, 10 seconds thing. And there's nobody better at this final 10 seconds than Max Holloway. It's ridiculous.
And he knocks you out.
And Dustin Poirier took like 3 shots. Boom, boom, boom. And he did. And he's like, "Oh, I'm not turning into Justin Gaethje." And he got in the clinch, and he started to wrestle. He's like, He's like, I'm not getting flatlined on my final fight.
It's like he lures you for those last 10
seconds.
Yeah,
because it's a trick. That's what, because nobody can hit in this pocket with as many punches as Max Holloway. So Holloway wins. Our parlay was cooked, and that was that. It was amazing. I mean, dude, I was in my glory on Saturday. It was the best fight. I saw a dude, Castelos Von Steenis. He won the championship. He was down in the fight. And with 15 seconds left, reverses a rear naked choke on Johnny Eblin, who's never lost. This was in PFL at the Cape. And Johnny Eblin, Leroy, he gets the choke in, and Johnny Eblin, he's not tapping, but there's 10 seconds left, and the ref has to check on him. And the ref goes
out.
He's like,
Limp.
Fight's over.
Oh no, he did the
tap.
the WWE thing.
He's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He put him to sleep. Put him to sleep for the championship with 10 seconds left.
Because he
He
wouldn't
wouldn't tap. He wouldn't tap.
I give the man credit for not tapping, but I like to breathe.
Now, now, question: would he have won if he would have made it through the 10 seconds?
Yes.
Oh,
that's
man.
the plan.
Yes.
That's
Now I understand why he didn't tap.
That's why.
That's why you didn't. Okay,
Hey.
so he would have won. All he needed is.
And then finally, you had Usyk, who won the heavyweight championship, the undisputed heavyweight championship again, 3-time undisputed. Now he won all the belts. He won via left hook, being Daniel Dubois, and he revealed that he has named his left hook Ivan.
Left hook is like this hook, and back Ivan. Yeah. It's Ukrainian name. Right. Yeah, Ivan is like a big guy who live in village and work in farm. He was a big guy, like a Cossack. And what is your name? My name is Ivan. Yeah, it's a hard punch. Yeah.
Greatest heavyweight of our generation.
His name's his left hook Ivan.
Yeah, because it's strong Ukrainian name. He's right.
Big and strong and lives in the woods.
Dude,
he's the Paul Bunyan of Ukraine. Of the Ukraine.
I'm like, whatever you say, Mr. Usyk.
The Ukraine is not weak.
Take a break.
Right. Al Maggie said it best. Lots of personality. Didn't expect that.
Take a break. Hour 2 is next.
It's time for Hour 2.
It's Hour 2. It's Hour 2. It's Hour 2. Tonga Valoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's Hour 2. It's Hour 2.
Tua.
Can go to hell. Tonga Valoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Hour 2 with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. At Doral Volkswagen, choose over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock like the Tiguan, Taos, and Atlas. And remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. Miami Dolphins report to training camp tomorrow as practice gets going on Wednesday. Dolphins just announcing this morning they have signed their final draft pick, Jonah Savaiinaya, to a 4-year guaranteed rookie deal. So thank God.
Don't you think it was weird that second rounders were being signed late?
Well, what happened, Vlad, was one of the 37th pick got a fully guaranteed deal. And what you normally do is, and this is in any round, you wait until the guy above you signs, and then, or the guy below you signs, and then you base your contract off of them. So they kind of all get slotted.
Yeah,
when the 37th pick got a fully guaranteed contract, nobody else in the second round signed because we want that.
Leroy, it was 34. Houston wide receiver Jaden Higgins and Seattle Seahawks safety Nick Emmanwori. They both got fully guaranteed deals. So they were 34, 35, and Savaiinaya is 37.
Right. So that's why
that makes sense now.
And so now what you'll start seeing is it'll start trickling down. So whoever is 36, he gonna fit right in a nice little hole there.
Mm-hmm.
Fully guaranteed in between 30, 35 and 37, right? And it just works its way down. So that's why the holdout is not for everybody saying oh, he's being greedy, want to get more money. No. Once the standard has been set above you or below you, then you kind of get slotted from there. And if the 2 picks before you, of the 5 picks before you, get guaranteed contracts, then your agent, if he's doing his job, should say, wait a minute, that's what we want. So that's why it took so long, because teams are going to resist giving a fully guaranteed contract, regardless of what round it is.
The Tennessee Titans, they just announced that Will Levis is undergoing season-ending surgery on his right shoulder.
What the hell did he do? Throw mails?
I don't know, dude. He's now all Cam Ward has to do is beat out Tim Boyle, and he's the starter.
Oh my
Vlad,
God.
can I tell you how this happens? Because it happened to me. So I hurt my shoulder one season, right? I played through it, but it was taped up, wrapped up. I couldn't even hardly lift my arm. So when we get to the off season, they go, you don't need surgery. You just need rest and whatever, right? So I do that. I feel, I'm going to be honest, I felt good. Was able to do all my lifting and workouts and stuff like that going to the next season. On like the second day of practice, I reached up to get a ball, and now I'm back to square zero. So at that point, I could make 2 choices. I could try to go through the season again, or I could have the surgery. So that's how these things work. Now, it's a little bit different for a quarterback, because if you throw the ball, right, and you feel good with all the rehab, and then you get in a pressure situation, you got to zip one, and now you're back to square zero, then you can't go through that again. You got to repair it and fix it. So that's kind of how sometimes these things go. I'm not saying it was how it went with him, but a lot of injuries happen that way. And people wonder, well, why didn't he just have the surgery last year? So.
Zach Sealer, that's kind of the last piece of drama for the Dolphins, is what's going to happen with Zach Sealer's deal.
Playing.
Barry Jackson said yesterday that Drew Rosenhaus on WSVN was asked if he will be a full participant. He will be at training camp, but he says, quote, that is something that will be discussed between Zach and the Dolphins. That will be an internal discussion. We haven't talked much publicly about the situation by design. That'll be an internal between myself and Zach and the Dolphins. Zach will be at training camp on Tuesday.
Yeah. So what that means, he'll be at training camp. And
Hold it.
Participate in any drills.
That's the new chic thing.
Yeah, it's
hold in.
That's what the hold in, right? The hold in.
It used to be a hold out. You used to have to have the stones to not show up. Now it's like,
well, now if you show up but don't do nothing, they can't find you.
As long as you're in the
that's what I'm saying,
facility.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
If you don't go to camp, like dude with Cincinnati, if you don't go to camp, then like the team could be difficult and they could find you. You see what I'm saying? For each day. And then you're kind of backed up against a wall to definitely get a new deal.
So we'll find out what happens with Zach Sealer, but he's kind of like the last guy that has something to be resolved for this team.
And probably one of the guys that has probably should get it, right?
I think so.
I'm not knocking anybody else who got their money, but I'm saying it almost seemed like the Dolphins were just giving, extensions, whether it was warranted or not, because they liked the guy.
Yeah, and I guess the Dolphins' only argument against it would be like, hey, we did give you a new deal. Like when the Wilkins thing was very clearly not going to work out, he ended up getting the extension, a couple of years ago. But like
at half of what everybody else,
right? I mean, well, look, he was living in an RV, like the guy, so the guy at least now gets to go shop at Bass Pro Shop, but now like. This guy's had done something that no other defensive tackle has done as far as producing sacks, which is what you guys were all obsessed about with Christian Wilkins.
Right.
And people keep mentioning the age of 30. And I'm like, is that a thing for him at that age? No. Like, what's a 3-year extension for a 30-year-old?
They don't want to pay. They don't mind paying him at 30. They might not even mind paying him at 31. It's 32 and 33.
But for a defensive lineman?
here's what we're not doing in this situation. Okay.
I say pay the man.
It started with running back, right? And now they're trying to use that age for other positions.
It is going to be used for other
but
positions.
here's the deal. There's certain positions that play well into their 30s because of the position they play. To lump them in to that running back scenario is a bit unfair.
And I'll give you a reason why.
Why?
You have many defensive tackles. Most defenses are 4-3s or 5-2, 5-2, 4s. So you're going to have many defensive tackles. So just like running backs, they're always going to be a defensive tackles or a plethora of defensive tackles in the draft every year for you to draft them, get them to the rookie years. Now, when you have the special ones, you try to lock them down like the Aaron Donalds when he was playing, players of that ilk. I don't think they should. I don't think that should be the way they should move right now in the NFL by, a certain age. When you get to 30, it seems to me when you get to 30, the only position that doesn't get affected by the age of 30 is the quarterback position.
Mm-hmm.
But wide receiver, cornerback, running backs, once you hit 30, they want to get younger.
But here's the thing though. There's a couple things that would fly in the face of that if you're the Dolphins, right? One, Zach Sealer's not your typical lineman. Like, he plays a ton of snaps, and he's done it for what, 3 straight years. Like, it was like the inordinate amount of snaps that him and Wilkins were playing, and then last year where he's got Calais Campbell next to him, and then the other thing is, like, you're concerned about Calais. Like, Calais Campbell was pushing 40 last year, and you were fine with him being out there, so you can't be super concerned about age at that position. You obviously know that you've just seen somebody be super productive at it, and that's not even that's not even at the workload that Zach Sealer's going to be at. Like, I kind of feel like this guy's still going to be in his prime for a couple of years, if not 3. Like, I think the age thing is crazy. I think if the Dolphins are using age against Zach Sealer, that just doesn't pass the smell test with me.
Right. Here's the
real
point.
deal of it. The Dolphins are in a spot right now where they have spent their money incorrectly, and everybody who they extended and kind of gave the old attaboy deal to bit him in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Jalen Ramsey, Tua,
Mike
McDaniel, all these guys. So now you're in a spot where, oh, well, we don't want to get burned by Zach Sealer. And, like, let's be real about it. That dude is the pros pro. He has worked himself up literally from nothing to become one of those productive defensive linemen in the league. And now you're going to hold age over him. Get out of here, dude.
But they have released a lot of they went from being one of the oldest teams last season to being one with like the 7th youngest team.
I understand, but he's not like, but he's just getting to 30. Like,
I get that. So I'm just like, maybe it's why the thinking now, why the change of thought from going after those veterans, those free agents, and signing them to now wanting to be a younger.
Sure,
team.
but the other thing is you're so thin at that position. You legitimately had to use a 1st-round pick to get your other starter. Like, that's you're hopeful that Kenny G comes in here and is a menace next to him right away,
right,
which is a big ask, by the way. But that's how thin you are at that position. You knew you had to go. We all knew coming into that draft that the Miami Dolphins had to draft in their first 2 picks somebody to play next to Zach Sealer because you were losing Calais Campbell.
Right. And the other thing is this. It's one thing to use information to try to justify not paying a guy. Okay. But in the last 2 years on this team, he has been your most effective defensive player. And what I would say about that, you got to be careful with how you treat the guys who are most important to your team.
And not only that, Leroy, if we're talking about identity of this team, right? And you're saying like the entire thing with the Dolphins is they're a soft team. This is literally like one of your only guys who like owns the trenches for sure.
Right.
And you're like, nah, what are we doing? That's crazy to me.
I think it is, he should get paid. I think they will pay him. but I don't like the reasons they're using to be hesitant in paying him. Right?
Yeah, age is a crazy reason.
That's not for that position, especially when you just gave a guy that was what 37. Guy you brought at 37, would you give him $4 million?
Yeah,
Right?
for him, Tyreek Hill you extended. You didn't know what his age was, and
Right.
that's a
How
speed
can you
position.
Vlad? If all you're saying is true, then how do you justify giving Tyreek an extension?
Here's the thing.
No.
I'll tell you this. Here's the thing. Boss Ross was wilding last summer.
He was.
He was wilding because he was just giving everybody anything that they wanted. So everybody got their extensions. So in hindsight, last season they could have really, screwed the pooch to say, because none of the extensions were kicking in until this season. One of the guys that got the extension was Jalen Ramsey, and they let him go.
Oof.
That was probably the money that should have gone to Zach Sealer, but consistent with what the Dolphins do, they make those players prove it another season, and then the player proves it another season, and then guess what happens? Their price goes up. So with Tyreek, their mindset is Tyreek and Tua, 2 years together, they've put up some crazy numbers. We're keeping Tua. We got to keep his weapon. And that's why I think if they had the choice of picking between Tyreek and Jalen Ramsey to let go, since both those two were the guys that would continue to be late, because Tyreek is on the offensive end, that's why he stayed.
But I can if we're going to talk about their decisions, the Jonnu Smith thing, while it sucks, I kind of understand the idea of we invested all this into his targets. We better do that we better make those contracts work and be worth it. We can't just keep giving every weapon and making them the highest paid this, the highest paid that. I just don't know what you could do on the defensive side. He's on the defensive side of the football with a team that has an unproven secondary outside of Minkah Fitzpatrick now. And you're going to have a rookie next to him, and you're going to have, pass rushers who are hopefully going to round back into form. And then you have Chop Robinson, who I hope is going to continue to he's the surest thing on the defense. Maybe Jordan Brooks is the only other guy.
No, it's Zach Sealer.
But I think it's Zach Sealer.
Here's what I would say. I would say this, that if you are looking at this team and you're aware of their strengths and their weaknesses, you have to make damn sure, based on what you know of this team right now, that you do everything you can to solidify the pass rush, because that will happen. That will help what you have in the secondary or what you don't have. And I know what I have from a pass rush situation and who's coming back, what guys have done, and hopefully the young guy can come in and add to that. But you have literally no idea what's going on in the secondary besides Minkah Fitzpatrick. They're going to move him around a lot. They're going to play him as a slot corner, right? And so from that standpoint, you got 4 spots back there when you go nickel that you're not sure of. So that means I can have an average secondary if I have an excellent pass rush. But I cannot have a great secondary if I have a below average pass rush.
Do you think that he shows up to the contract negotiations wearing the cowboy hat? Do you think he goes does he walk in like a sheriff to Chris Greer's office at the table and start spitting tobacco into
just walk out with chaps? Just walk out with chaps.
Maybe Mike McDaniel just challenges him like a man. He goes, "What are you, yellow?" He goes, "What do you say?" He goes, "I said, what are you, yellow?"
Right. What does this say though if you don't take care of Zach Sealer to the rest of the team?
What it's been saying for the last how many years Chris Greer has been the general manager? They don't take care of their people.
I tell you what, if I'm a GM, there's a couple of things that I make damn sure I'm gonna do to keep my job, right? And that is this. Number one, every guy that I drafted I'm going to make sure that if he's worth anything, he's still on this team because it makes me look good. Right? When you start letting guys go and start signing and you start signing free agents and stuff like that, and your team is filled with free agents and not draft picks, and you have no cheap talent on your team, okay, that is definitely a recipe for failure. Because now we're going to look back at Chris Greer and we're going to look at this team and we're going to say he didn't draft it well because none of those guys are on the team.
Evan 11 says Mike's telling Zach Sealer, this town ain't big enough for the both of us, Zach. Just imagine Mike McDaniel just getting wild enough to call out Zach Sealer on his manhood. I feel like that ends poorly for Mike McDaniel.
Dude, if Zach Sealer sneeze, Mike McDaniel's flying 60 yards.
Do you feel like could he give Mike McDaniel an atomic wedgie and just curl him with one arm?
Yes. He could use him as a bench press.
Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. You guys can get in on the chat. Timbo slices Tobin talking to the second wife. Nope, OG. OG, I was talking to her. She was having some computer issues at home.
That's funny.
Still got to do IT remotely. Oh, man. This is crazy. As Jordan says, Zach Sealer comes into Mike McDaniel's office wrestling an alligator. Wasn't that didn't they do that at one point? Didn't was that Any Given Sunday where the dude threw an alligator into the player's shower, like one of the linemen?
Yes, I believe so.
He just throws a baby alligator into Mike McDaniel. Whatever you want, Zach. You see him and Chris Greer are both just like on top.
Or he goes and sits in his office just petting it.
Yeah.
Just petting it like a cat.
He starts like he's like, just like work with us here, Zach. He goes, I'll work with you. And he just gives like a chicken leg to the alligator while it's in there. His name is Fred.
Fred.
Alligator
name Fred. Zach seemed like he would name it Peaches. Something crazy, right?
You think like when you go to the Zach Sealer ranch, he just whistles and he's like, Peaches.
And they go, oh, what a cute, you got a pet gator?
I was like, of course.
Oh, he's just no pet. He's family.
Yeah. The baby Sealer's already knows how to wrestle.
I mentioned alligator and old Dre.
Was that
perked up.
What do we got?
Oh, he likes to eat biting gators?
No, his nickname is Maligator.
Oh.
The breed.
Oh, okay.
The Malwars. Because that's what they do.
Oh man. So yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. But camp is arriving this week for the Miami Dolphins, and yeah, that's I do hope that all gets worked out. But it is good. Look, the one thing I know is if this is like something that drags out in camp, I know Zach Sealer is going to show up. I know he's going to show up in shape. I know that he's going to be able to go. I really am glad they got the rookie thing settled because I would like as much time with that line to work together as possible.
Pretty much. I think like there's a cutoff date, right? There's a cutoff date where you will start having, where he need to get some work in. And most of the time with these guys, it's not about the actual work as much as it is body positioning, under stress. Like you have to go through it to learn about keeping your body in the right positions and stuff like that. And doing it over and over again on a multiple play basis. And that's the thing you get back into. Because when camp starts, a lot of sore backs, right? Just from you working out, but you ain't in that football position for 2-3 hours a day. And so that's what your body needs to get acclimated to. I think so there'll be a date where you need to get some work in, whether it's, with pads on or not. You're going to need to get some work in. You can't just show up to a game at certain positions on the field.
Yeah, and imagine like if you are going to get it settled, you'd probably want it like if I was exit, you probably want it done by like that first joint practice or at least like the second one.
The first, that's
Is
what I
it-
would. That's what I think. You go 2 weeks before your first preseason game, right?
Yeah, the 10th is the first game, so I'd imagine the joint practices are probably like the 8th, something like that.
Right. So I would say you have until then.
Jukebox says, and where do you learn those techniques, Leroy? In camp, senor no fun police. Boxed in.
Learning. Hold on.
You've
Listen.
been boxed.
Oh my goodness. This is learning a technique and I'll give you a perfect example. Your boy is in the jiu-jitsu, young Tommy.
Yeah.
And young Tommy learns all these different techniques when he goes for his weekly classes or however many he goes to. The whole point of learning those techniques is being able to apply them when he goes to the tournaments. But it doesn't always work that way because sometimes you get in front of somebody and techniques be damn, I'm kicking ass. Right? So what I would say to you is yeah, you can learn techniques of playing a position, but your overall skill is what's going to allow you to be good at it. And the techniques are going to give you sustainability. Right? And so while he's saying, where do you learn these techniques? You learn these techniques without anybody, without, game time situations.
Timbo Slice says, no, don't get him started back up.
Hey, did you ever hold out? Yeah, once. That was my rookie year. And the team didn't make me pay for it, but the other players did. Because I was a rookie. Oh my goodness.
The singing?
The hazing was ridiculous.
What was the worst thing? The ordering of food?
No, that was just a normal rookie thing during the season. So that was gonna happen regardless. Usually they make like rookies, they make you sing like once a week. But Ozzy took it upon himself to make me feel less comfortable. Right? And he made me sing for lunch and dinner. And the problem is that back then where we were on at a college. And so they had the big cafeteria. You know how big the cafeterias are in college.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody ate there. So it wasn't just the team.
Did you always have to sing your fight song or was it like of choice?
No, well, you start off singing your fight song because everybody know the fight song. But keep in mind, I was in Ohio. So my fight song came across.
Well. Yeah. Didn't go well.
So then I sang at dinner. Then I sang next. Then I tried the old avoid, eating. So I tried that. They came and got me from nap to go eat lunch and sing. And then after about a week of singing twice a day, I did something that would even make Tobin proud. I sang something in the front of about 200 people that would warrant me never being called again. You know what that song was?
I know, but I want to know.
My Ding-a-ling. So I grabbed the ketchup bottle.
Hey, yo.
I got up there and I said, I went one day to Turtle Creek with all them snappers at my feet. I couldn't get across that thing with both my hands on my ding-a-ling. Oh, yo! And so I tried to get crowd participation. And they say, get down.
Ain't nobody want to be singing about that ding-a-ling.
It's a great move by him.
But
though.
it's a song.
I get it, but you're not gonna get no crowd participation by like 52 other men.
It's a perfect.
Yeah.
It's a
But
perfect
guess
plan.
what? They laughed, and that was it.
Well, I mean, they're gonna last. We're sophomoric. Anytime you talk about
Yeah.
the nether regions, we're gonna laugh.
But and so that was the end of my singing.
Please.
But in fairness to me, how about this? The next year, when I could get other people, right? When I could get people to sing,
Mhm.
Bill Belichick changed the rules.
Fuddy duddy.
So instead of singing at the dinner table or the lunch table,
Wait a minute, you were singing this at a dinner table?
yeah, I had to.
Wait, you
clink,
singing about your...
they clink on the table like a wedding, and then they call your name, and you got to stand up on a chair with the ketchup bottle as a mic.
What are we doing here? I'm eating. I don't want to be hearing any words or music or songs about.
Hey,
It was a last resort, Vlad.
it was a last resort, dude.
Sing another song.
Hey, no. Hey, that definitely stopped me from singing. But when Bill came in, now we had what was called rookie entertainment before the night meeting.
Huh?
Yeah.
That just sounds
So the rookies one rookie had to get up and sing a song or something, whatever, tell a joke or whatever, before the evening meeting started. And one time everybody started booing, and Bill said, I tell you what, the entertainment has been terrible for the last couple of days. He said, if y'all don't put something together that entertains us before we go to work for the night, all the rookies got to get up and run. So it was either thumbs up or thumbs down. If you got a thumbs down, then all the rookies had to get up before the morning practice and run, gassers. Let me tell you something. It was like America's Got Talent up in that bit. It was unbelievable.
Dave South says now Bill's girlfriend's gonna have Carolina players doing TikTok dances.
Now, I'll tell you this. They definitely gonna entertain if she's there.
Yeah, but they didn't do that in college. What did I do in college? I think college you had to sing once.
Well, you think that over. We got to take a break. You got to hand out your game balls and game bums next. Oh, it is time, ladies and gentlemen, to gather around the locker room and for Leroy Horde to hand out his game balls and game bums. What do you got for us today, Leroy?
So my game ball is going to definitely go to Scotty Scheffler. He's done something that he's not, as polarizing as Rory, but he's done something that only two other guys have done, to put it in context. Those other two guys are Tiger and Jack Nicklaus. That's have this many wins and this many majors before their 30th birthday. So
and he's married already.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing because he doesn't necessarily have like the personality, or he doesn't talk like Roy's a talker. Roy will say some things. Tiger was just,
although he has resorted to the thuggery, he has been thrown in the clink.
Tiger he was just polarizing from high school, So, but the accomplishments are on par with Tiger and Jack. The only thing that would definitely put him in the same breath as those guys is if he were to win the Grand Slam on his birthday, which is like June 30th or something like that.
You think that cop still sits around in a Kentucky saloon and looks up at the television and goes, he's nothing but trouble. Everyone's got him all wrong. He's nothing but trouble.
I just think that sometimes, regardless of what your job description is, you get a little carried away. I think that cop, it was his moment to shine, as he thought, right? Sometimes, there's a solution to everything. That means all parties must be calm and get to the bottom of it, right? If one person tries to flex, then the situation becomes a little less attainable for a peaceful ending. So
I just hope
it
that
got
guy
to the point where that guy backed the whole police force into a corner to arrest Scotty Scheffler. I
I
believe
wonder if that guy ever got his $80 pants replaced by Scotty Scheffler.
Really. I mean,
And
because he did accuse Scotty Scheffler of running over him.
How can a guy who's playing with his adorable son yesterday be run over?
But that's my point. That
He's
even
looking
when
bad right now. That's what Tobin's saying. Like,
Yeah.
can he go around? Can he really go around any bar around Louisville or any around? That was in Louisville, right?
It
Yeah.
was somewhere in Kentucky. I forget
Yeah.
where.
Right. You think you can go around anywhere in Louisville, in Kentucky, saying that yes, I'm the arresting officer for one Scotty Scheffler.
Clyde, I'm telling you, it's all a ruse.
Live.
I'm telling you.
wait, you
He
know
looks
somebody.
like the father of the year. I'm telling you, he's a menace to society.
Anyway, what's a Scheffler anyway?
Yeah, but that's just one of those things where now he gonna, for the rest of his life, right? He's gonna have, he's gonna keep saying that he was justified.
I was justified. He refused to adhere to the officer's instructions.
I gave him instructions. Those instructions were put the car and park and step away from the vehicle. That's how they said that.
Oh, you got to say that. Yeah, you got to put
vehicle.
in vehicle.
He ain't that youth.
So, like, yeah, he has been pretty amazing. Now, for my game bum, I'm gonna tell a story, and I want everybody else to determine if I'm giving this appropriately.
Something happened when Leroy was playing golf on the weekend.
No, not at all.
Not golf.
Not golf.
Publix.
Yes.
Of course.
So, no, it wasn't even Publix. It was a gas station. So it wasn't even Publix. So I go to get gas, pumping the gas. I'm gonna run in and get something to drink.
Okay.
Right. A lady's walking up to the door. So no, let me take that back. It was a restaurant.
Okay, so you were getting food.
I got gas and I went to a restaurant.
Okay.
I go to the restaurant to pick up my food I already ordered. Lady comes to the door. She's about 10, 15 feet behind me. I wait and I open up the door for her. Right? Thank you. You're welcome. Right? We go in. She goes to the counter and then starts ordering food and then asks the lady to fill up her water bottle that she had brought in.
Oh, all right.
Now, I'm thinking to myself, she should have let me go. Right? And if she definitely wasn't going to let me go, she should have either asked, are you just here to pick up? Because I got to order food. Because she's looking at the menu, ordering food or whatever. And so, what's up?
Didn't you get in an argument last week with somebody at a
checkout?
The checkout.
Yeah, somebody wanted to skip him.
Right.
Yeah.
So
no. But you're see. This is why these stories get touchy. Right? Again, if I had just gone in the door and not waited for her, I would have been before her.
I think I
tried to do the courtesy thing and hold the door for the young lady, or if she was an older lady.
You did a nice
I didn't know
thing.
she was coming in to order food and then ask the waitress to go and put water in her little cup.
Yeah.
Here's what I gotta say.
Here's
what I gotta say.
That's a little.
You did a very nice thing.
Nice gesture.
However, once you hold that door, all bets are off.
Yeah.
Like once you let her go first, them's the breaks. That's what I got to tell you.
Sometimes that's why they say nice guys.
Them's the breaks.
So my question is,
you're the bum.
I'm the bum. Damn.
Here's the move you got to do if you want to do something like that.
No, I should have just went in and not held the door.
But
that's not my makeup.
You got to do the backhand. So like what you do if you want to, instead of being
walk in and stand in front of her and hold the door.
Hold the backhand. So you held the door open for her. I'm lead blocker. So
I like that.
I held that open. That's the move.
It's also a backhand compliment. You're actually helping her out, but you're actually helping yourself
Yeah,
out.
I'm helping. Like, if you really want to do it, that's how you got to
It's a
do it.
backhand compliment.
Whoop, I'm a gentleman, but you
Oh.
ain't skipping me.
Backhand compliment.
I
That's
didn't
it.
think of that.
Yeah.
Nah,
You know what, Vlad? I'm gonna give myself a game bum. You know why? Because I like Tobin. That like I learned something there.
Yeah, no, that's it. I'll because like it's I'll tell you what, this is a common problem. Chipotle, right? You never know who's gonna go in front of you at Chipotle. They may have a 4-piece order. If I hold the door open for her and I let her in, there's no skipping of like, oh, I can't whine about, hey, 4 orders, you're ordering 4 bowls in front of me.
Right.
But if I walk in, because Chipotle usually squeezes into one little place, one aisle, you do the hold back, and she goes, oh, thank you. Oh, no problem, no problem. And then I'm still walking forward. I still got my place in line.
Just because I open the door for me, just because I open the door for you doesn't mean I want you in front of me.
Yeah, but once you do the stand aside, all bets are off.
Return courtesy would have been you go ahead.
Nah, once you
said thank you.
Once you do the stand aside, you're opening yourself to full gentleman.
Why
mode.
people say I'm just picking up a fight with people?
You're not picking up a fight.
I'm
No,
not
you
picking up a
actually did
fight.
something. You did the right thing, but sometimes you know,
Right.
nice guys finish
Well,
last.
because here's the deal. Like women out there talking about there's no men and men don't like.
Yeah, but
I believe that men try to do the right thing.
Right, but here's the thing: you can't be a gentleman and then whine about being a gentleman. Like you let her go, and then you're upset that she's
but here, I didn't let her go. I just held the door for her. So is she the one who made the assumption I was letting her go?
You let the
There's
door.
a difference.
If you let her through, you let her through. Like that's all bets are off.
All right, so now I got to post up on the door.
Yes, exactly.
Post up on the door.
Exactly.
And then once she goes through, all right, I got it.
You got it now. That's how it has to go.
Yeah, because you compromised. You did a nice gesture and you still held your position.
I got you.
Everybody wins.
It was just a question because I didn't want to say that give my game bump to her. It was more the situation.
Dolphin Kane says Leroy's generosity comes in stages. Stage 1, hold the door. Stage 2, no, still my turn.
Yeah, but wait, why are you laughing? Is that too much?
Well, yes. It's like if you open the door, you open yourself up to being like, okay, she's going in front of me. That's how it's gonna go.
And so it's not a return courtesy to say no, you go.
No, you either go full gentleman or you go halvesies, and halvesies is the backhand. That's what I told you.
It's weird. You were already in front. Why was she?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Allow you to get back in front. No, you gave her the.
That's my bad. I didn't see. Listen, let me tell you why I probably get more upset in life than I should. Is because there's certain courtesies that I expect out of people that never. Why you say Leroy I'm not making up rules though. Like if I would have just left her to her own devices, but I tried to do the gentlemanly thing and hold the door for her. Right? All right. I'll eat it. I'll eat it. It was an honest point. I didn't say nothing. I didn't do nothing because I wasn't quite sure.
No, you judged her in your head. I got you. You're like, all right.
Right.
But what you really had was gentlemanly regret. That's what you like.
No.
She didn't do anything wrong.
I had no problem with. I would have done that regardless. That's the way I was raised. That's the way.
There's no take backs on that.
Yeah, right. There's no back.
But again, I don't like. I just thought, oh, this guy held the door for me and waited for me to come in.
He's such a gentleman. Let him go in front of me.
And then I didn't know she was gonna get her koozie filled.
Right? Like that's what really bothered you.
It was the
koozie fill, because it's like
all right, because you didn't know. Wait, all I was doing was waiting to get my order. She didn't know what she wanted, so she was looking at a menu. She ordered some food and then went, can you fill this up for me?
Did they do it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's messed up.
I've never done that. Take a break. Get you caught up with your headlines. We got a whopper that's brewing too. This was something. Speaking of game bums, we got to talk about this coming up next. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Get to our headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. It's Doral Volkswagen. Choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock like the Tiguan, Taos, and Atlas. And remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. The Marlins, they're back at it tonight against the San Diego Padres after taking 2 out of 3 from the Kansas City Royals over the weekend. A couple clutch wins to start it. Weren't able to complete the sweep on Sunday, but the Marlins are playing some good baseball right now. Still climbing their way, Leroy. Now 6 games under 500. Seeing if they can make a little something out of this this season.
7.5 from the wild card.
Not hey, something's a brewing down there at Lone Depot. Telling you.
Shout out to Clayton McCullough.
Yeah, Clayton McCullough and old Bendix.
They definitely got a nice product, or how can I put it? A product worth watching. Like you're entertained watching a Marlins game.
100%. It doesn't feel like they're out of any game.
Right.
Kyle Stowers is legitimately one of the hottest hitters in baseball. Like put his numbers up against anybody since like June. He's killing it. And had another monster clutch bomb over the weekend on Friday night, walk-off shot. And then Otto Lopez, who's also having a fantastic season for the Fish. He comes through in the clutch in the on the Saturday game. And then tonight, the Padres are in town. So we got that going. Yuri Perez on the hill tonight. Fish looking to start this 3-game set. The Dolphins, they get going with the training camp. They report tomorrow. Workout, first practice is on
Is it
Wednesday.
full team or just rookies?
No, rookies was last week. Everybody reports tomorrow.
Right.
Everybody reports tomorrow. Everybody
Okay,
is
cool.
How is that, Leroy?
I didn't go to rookie camp. Remember, I was a
I'm
holdout.
just talking about training camp. I'm not talking about rookie camp. Like when you're coming back,
so-
like, hey, what up, guys? Hey, I haven't seen you, man. What's going on? Hey, how was
So-
that? How was the summer?
Most of the time, you've seen everybody, right? You work out at some point, but here's what happens. Let me tell you what a camp day was for me, right? You had to go check in for breakfast. They made you check in for all the meals because they wanted to make sure everybody was eating. So that's one way to try to govern that. And then you had to weigh in before and after every practice. So they wanted to make sure nobody was losing ridiculous amounts of weight, stay hydrated, stuff of that nature. So you get up at I probably got up at 7:30, right? As a rookie, you got to get up a little bit earlier. You go have breakfast, then you go get taped. Rookies, again, you got to go earlier because if a vet come in and you on the table, he'll just stop
move it.
Move it. Should have came earlier, right? That's one of the things to get rookies in earlier. Then you have morning practice. You have morning practice usually starts around 9-ish or whatever. That is if you don't have at some point once or twice a week, you got to work in weights also. So you have that. Then you go afterwards, you have lunch. It's like 11:30, 12. Nap, right? Then you have meetings at 2:15 where you watch the morning practice. And then at 3:30, you're back on the field for the evening practice. You have evening practice.
2 days. Oh my
Evening practice, it lasts for about an hour and a half also. So you're you go on the field 3:30, you're done at 5 or whatever. You have dinner. You have night meetings at 7. Those usually go on because you have some of these NFL meetings and stuff where they have the FBI come in, they'll have the officials come in, on certain nights. And then you have team meetings and break down more tape what you're going to do the next day, because you don't have practice during the season. You have meetings before practice, but during camp you got to go over what you're going to do in the morning practice the night before.
So in your time, they had people come in like like you said, the feds to talk about, hey, there's certain things you
Just a whole bunch of stuff. One
maybe
time they brought in some guns. What was big in my day was, who did a public service announcement for the NFL?
Nancy Reagan?
Henry Hill.
Oh,
You know who Henry Hill is?
yeah, I know who Henry Hill. Met him.
Dude from Goodfellas.
Yeah, knocked on the.
What did he do?
Tell him no.
He was
gambling.
in jail. He was in witness protection. He
What was his speech over?
Huh?
His speech was over
gambling.
gambling?
Over gambling and getting how they get you caught up in it.
Oh man, speaking of gambling, did you see these details coming out?
Oh, your boy.
Who?
What the hell's going on?
Yo,
here?
Terry Rozier.
When am I gonna get when do I get a resolution to this?
Well,
Can I just ask
What happened now?
when
Wait.
do I
Get keep me abreast.
Okay, so
Oh, by the way, real quick.
Hmm?
And Vlad, bed check is at 10.
Do you have any security in your floors? Because I know
Security.
I know
It's
you guys
locked down like SWAT.
So wait, how you
can't get in or out.
There were teammates of yours sneaking people in.
No, not during camp, dude. There's people. I'm telling you. Now, Bill's first year, we stayed at a hotel. We had the whole hotel locked down, and as soon as bed check was at 10:30, everybody would climb out their windows and go out. That was my rookie year with.
Yeah, so mature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this weekend, ESPN.
So I knew it wasn't closed, but now we getting details on it.
Well, here's the thing. The NBA did investigate this, and they said that there was no wrongdoing. He is in the middle as one of his involvement or his tie-in is because there was an inordinate amount of bets on his unders for this one game in March of 2023 when he was on the Hornets, Terry Rozier.
Right.
And there was this crazy amount of betting activity on his unders that ESPN now reveals they have like the numbers of bets that flag this, because this bettor comes in and this is what they write. They say a professional bettor placed 30 wagers in 46 minutes, all involving Terry Rozier in a 2023 NBA game, according to documents obtained by ESPN. On the morning of March 23rd, 2023, a bettor at the sportsbook in Biloxi, Mississippi, placed $13,759 in bets on the unders on Terry Rozier's statistics in a game between the Hornets and Pelicans, which, man, that's already a red flag.
13,000 though?
Yeah. Yeah, but here's the thing. It's these this is he's doing these bets, and he does all these bets. First of all, I think a lot of these unders, I think there's only a certain amount of money you can bet on unders. I don't think there's
correct.
I don't think you can go and bet $1 million on his unders.
No, you bet $1 million. Somebody's gonna think something fishy.
Well, this is the thing.
That's what I'm saying, because of a guy's bet. One guy bet that much. So here's the kicker: is there a tie in between him and Terry Rozier?
Well, we don't know who the bettor is, but this guy is apparently there's a ring of guys who have some kind of inside information, because this is the same investigation that surrounded Jonte Porter. Now, we learned Porter did manipulate it. He let people know that his eye injury, that he took himself out of games. Terry, this injury that he had in March of 2023, he goes and he plays 10 minutes in the game, comes out of the game because his ankle hurts, and all of his unders hit. But the thing that's crazy about this is that all of this stuff was flagged like the day of. Like, people started seeing, like, somebody knew something was happening this day, because even like the sports gaming commissions those days were saying, like, they were trying to flag and saying, hey, we don't want to pay these out, because this guy was betting a couple at the teller, but betting a bunch at kiosks, and they didn't want to pay the bets because they're like, hey, something stinks here. Something's amiss. Why would somebody bet this many times on Terry Rozier unders?
Okay.
For all of his statistics.
Right.
So this is so they go out there and they say, in all, at least 6 sports books in multiple states detected suspicious betting on Rozier props that day, with the bulk of the activity occurring in Louisiana and Mississippi, according to sources familiar with the reported issue by the U.S. Integrity, a firm that monitors the betting market for abnormalities. The NBA investigated the unusual activity in 2023 and found no league rules were violated. 2 years later, Rozier was one of the players that's known to be investigated by the U.S. Attorney's Office. Rozier has not been charged or accused of any wrongdoing. A bettor in Biloxi, Mississippi, placed bets at Biloxi. My bad. Whatever. I'm sorry. The bets at Harrah's Gulf Coast on the unders on Rozier's points, rebounds, and assists. According to the list of wagers, including the documents, the largest wager was a bet of $2,700 on under 5.5 rebounds. It was made over the counter using a player's casino card. The other 29 bets were at self-betting kiosks, a few $100s at a time. Attempts to reach the bettor were unsuccessful. They initially refused to pay the winning ticket, citing house rules on rigging and suspicion of inside information, according to emails from the sports book to regulars obtained by ESPN. The casino asked the Mississippi Gaming Commission for permission to void the bets entirely. The commission came back and said, has Caesars been able to come up with evidence to support any inside information? If not, I believe they need to pay out the wagers. A week later, a representative informed the commission that it was settling the wagers on Rozier, and the bettor won a net of $13,017.70.
So here's where I come in with this. You're talking about a guy that's going to risk $20 million a year for a guy to only win $13,000.
Well, it's not just one guy. This was just one guy. There were other bets across the country, like to a point where they said, this is another thing that said. So it said, one of the things that was suspicious about it, he wasn't on the injury report before the game. Now he didn't end up playing the rest of the season. So this is March. He probably missed like 8 more games, something like that.
Right.
Sources tell ESPN multiple sportsbooks in New Orleans received heavier than expected action on under Rozier props and starting in the morning, lasting until mid-afternoon. At 2:24 in the day, the U.S. Integrity sent out a nationwide alert about, quote, suspicious wagering Terry Rozier NBA player props.
Okay.
Most prominent sportsbooks halted betting on Rozier props within the hour.
Right.
So somebody knew something, it seems like, with him. Now, I don't know what Terry Rozier is. Did he intentionally do this? And did he let somebody know, hey, I'm going to pull myself out of this game, do what you got to do? I don't know. Nobody seems to have any evidence of that. But somebody seemed to know something, because he wasn't on the injury report, and there was a bunch of people around the country who were betting on Terry Rozier not to hit his numbers that day.
Now, here's the kicker. Is the guy making the bets in Biloxi affiliated with any of the guys making the bets across the country?
We don't know.
No, you don't know. We
don't know.
They say, what I'm saying, because
it says, but we do know that some of the accounts that bet on Jonte Porter, according to this investigation, are some of the same accounts that bet on Terry Rozier.
So that's
why he's roped in. That's why he's
right
in this. And Jonte Porter did get banned for life,
but he got banned from betting himself.
Yeah, but he also took himself out of games. Like he admitted to that. And now he was in a different spot because he was 10-day Jonte. Like, he was not a guy who, had a contract.
I got you.
But the other thing that we're dealing with right now is this same thing just happened with Malik Beasley, and this just blew him a $40 million contract.
Yeah, he had 3 years, 48 million ready for him.
Now, the issue with Terry is, like, Terry doesn't have to get a new deal right now. He's under contract, but I don't know. Like, nothing has been proven that he did anything. His agent or his attorney did come out and said that his client, according to Terry's attorney, Jim Trusty, which that's a great name for a lawyer.
Trusty.
Old Trusty.
A lawyer with the last name Trusty.
Terry Rozier's attorney, Jim Trusty, said while the federal inquiry remains ongoing, his client is not the target of the investigation. A spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office in an email said they could not confirm or deny Rozier's status in the investigation and declined to comment further. Remember, we heard the reports last week that he had not been cleared of any wrongdoing, according to Tom Haberstroh and Chris Haynes.
And that is probably to get him in for questioning.
Are he trying to look for a way to get out of his Terry Rozier contract?
No, but Tobin is.
Oh, what do I care? I don't have to pay the bill.
Hey, Vlad.
What do you think? Like, look, to me, the damage is no. Hold on. For me, the damage is done. Like, Terry Rozier is not going to be on the Heat next year, no matter what.
Here's the problem. Regardless of what anybody thinks, it seems to me it's not that difficult for an athlete to get caught up in something like this, whether you did anything or not, because they're not basing it off of Terry Rozier. They're basing it off of all these crazy bets coming in.
I have a question.
Sure.
What did the NBA think the minute they got into bed with gambling sites and casinos? What's going to happen?
Yeah, but in most cases, though,
And even though
Vlad.
I know that every player before the season starts, like you said, you mentioned during training camp, there's probably
they have that meeting. They have that gambling meeting. They used to have posters on the wall. They used to have all kinds of stuff. All right. But here's what the rule is now. The rule is now you can't ever bet in the facility. Some guys got caught placing a bet on whatever. You can't do no betting. No apps, no nothing while on the premise of the facility. Some dummies got suspended for doing it in their car, and it got picked up by the Wi-Fi.
And I don't think NFL players are supposed to bet on football at all either.
No, I don't know the rules.
I think
the rules. I know the rules are you can't bet in the facility.
Because Ridley got banned, and he bet when he was injured, and he was down here.
Yeah, like he wasn't even betting right on his team.
So I don't think in football you're even supposed to bet on football.
Yeah, I got
you. But the big thing with Terry is going to be, does he have any connection to these guys, or who found out, and did he do this on purpose? If he didn't, I don't really know how they prove it. Because the one thing that's been interesting is there's been a lot of smoke around this stuff. But Porter's the only guy that's been really able to draw. Even with the Malik Beasley, I know Pablo Torre did a lot of reporting on this, and they even said some of his game activity would have gone almost an opposite to what the wagers were on some of these things. Now, there were some viral things of him covering the spread and being able to do that in garbage time, but I don't know. The thing with Terry, I really don't know how it is. I guess we're gonna find out. I mean, if he hasn't been cleared. I don't think there are some people who are oh, the Heat are going to get their pick back, and what did the Hornets know? The thing is if this was investigated by the NBA and the Heat traded for Terry Rozier, the Heat don't ask the league, hey, is anything going? I feel in due diligence, aren't you going to find that out? So I don't know.
Won't the Heat? I mean, wouldn't the league inform the Heat?
That's what I would think.
Right.
Hey, by the way, he was in this, that, and the Heat were no, please take the first round pick and we want him.
Right.
So I don't know really. I don't know what the Heat's unless we truly think that there's some Hornets cover up here. But if the league knew and they investigated him already, then you're telling me that there's no way the Heat would have been able to know that I don't know if that smells right. And so I don't
if they cleared him, if the NBA cleared him, then are they going to just come back if something ain't right and say, our bad, suspension?
I think if they find out that if somebody else was able to find new proof that he did manipulate, I think he's going to be in a lot of trouble. But we don't know where that stands. And I don't know from the Heat standpoint, the Heat aren't commenting on it. I know Ira and Anthony both said that they didn't get any comment back from the team.
What are they going to say? They're
I don't know.
Investigating it?
I don't know, but you would think that the team, I don't think Terry Rozier is going to get a lot of playing time this year. Let's just say this all clears. Either way, I don't think Terry Rozier is going to be a big part of the Heat's plans this year. They did just go trade for Norman Powell. They extended Davion Mitchell and they drafted another guard. I don't think that speaks to Terry Rozier is going to get a lot of playing time this year either way.
Right.
but I don't know what the ramifications are of this because it depends on what they can find out that Terry Rozier did to manipulate this. If he did anything, because I have no idea if he did anything.
Right. I just know that how these guys all tie in together is probably the most important aspect of it. And it sounds like they haven't tied him to anyone, thus clearing him. But they're still trying to figure out where the information came from. Because it's just a weird thing. Like, I'm of the like, you got to be pretty ridiculous, right? To be making $20 million a year and risk that over somebody winning 50 grand.
That's what hey, dude, what you're saying is completely logical. But then you look at like the Malik Beasley thing, and he
right.
And listen, he made money before he was about to make this bet. And I think he had a contract, then he went way down. But like there was a lot of people who had his tentacles on his money too.
Who, Beasley?
Yeah, Beasley.
Yeah, but Beasley, it's definitely he owed people, and he was saying things because you can't owe your dentist, you can't owe your barber, you can't owe everybody.
Landlord
probably owes Larsa Pippen money. Probably.
You think he was using Larsa Pippen as a sugar
I don't
mama?
know. This is, I mean, if you're talking about Malik Beasley was dating Larsa Pippen and he's broke like that, it's a bad stat on her. Now I can understand why she went for a little Marcus Jordan.
The lawyer named Trusty said, "It's unfortunate that he's a big name in sports and has to endure all this. My hope and expectation is that at some point they'll be done with their investigation and will be professional enough to let us know that it's 100% over and that they reached the same conclusion that was reached in 2023.
It does nobody any favors to like keep this lingering. You either know or you don't. Like, I would think after all these years of investigation, if they haven't figured out a way to tie all these people together, right? Then you're like, I don't know what else could they find now that they haven't already found. It is the government. They have ways of looking into things. It is when you look at the gaming commission said, hey, unless you got proof, pay the man.
Yeah.
Right?
But I think
it's not like, it'd be something if it was like $3 million, right? We're talking about 13,000 and they wouldn't pay for 13,000. I would never go to that casino. Like 13,000?
I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Vlad, it's a casino.
Leroy, it's 13,001 on Terry Rozier unders.
And okay. But still
they're like 30 Terry Rozier. Like, I understand what you're saying. The money doesn't seem that big, but you also have to think about the quantity of bets that was made.
Right.
He tried to make it look non-suspicious by betting a few hundred at a time. 30 Terry Rozier unders. I'm like
48 minutes.
It's like it would have been less obvious if he would have bet, if he was allowed to bet the biggest bet you could on Terry Rozier unders. Be like, I have a feeling today. But instead, this guy is like, and another one, and another one, and another one. And be like, hey man, how many times did you bet the Terry Rozier unders? He goes,
Here's the other problem. Here's the other problem. And this is like, when you have a person who, I'm guessing he was a professional gambler.
That's what,
right? Yeah. And your normal wager or your normal bets are anywhere from $500 or $100 to $2,000, right? If you mysteriously, because they track all your bets for the free stuff, right? If you all of a sudden bet 20,000, that automatically is going to raise up some eyebrows. Right. So he tried.
I think the Jonte Porter was like the thing that was like an $80,000 bet or something like that.
Right. See what I'm saying? So that's going to flag somebody anyway. That's going to put the antennas up. So what this guy was trying to do was he was trying to get around that by only betting small amounts, but having a bunch of different bets. But you're in Biloxi, dude. If you had done that in Vegas, it'd be a different story. Right? But you're in Biloxi.
And you bet on a Hornets-Pelicans game.
Which is even, like, dude. Well, I mean, hold on. Let me just say this. Brendan Tobin.
Yes.
Don't you ever woof somebody.
What?
You bet on Summer League.
You do love Summer League.
Hey,
Good action if you can get it.
wait, you bet on Summer League.
You do
At
bet on
least
But I
he
had
was
no
betting-
inside info.
Wait, at least he was betting on. Clearly, we know, but but he was at least betting on an NBA game.
Kind of.
Yeah,
I mean,
It was a March Pelicans Hornets game.
so
Take a break.
yeah.
Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Hey, our sister station, Kiss Country, is bringing back Stars and Strings. Love Stars and Strings. That's a great concert. If you guys like country music, you got some of the biggest stars all on stage together doing an acoustic set. It's a really, really cool event. And it's coming to Hard Rock Live at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino on November 6th. If you guys want to win tickets to see Dierks Bentley, Daisha, Nate Smith, Zach Top, Hudson Westbrook, and more, text the word STARS.
Is it Dasher?
Maybe it is Daisha, I don't know. I know she does that. Is your boots walking?
Yeah.
Is your boots bow, bow. I don't know.
Don't do that again.
I don't know if it's
I think
Daisha.
it's Dasha. It ain't Daisha.
Daisha?
No, it ain't
sure?
that.
I think it
I'm
is Daisha.
positive it ain't that.
think it is
It's
Daisha.
Dasha.
I don't think it is Dasha.
It ain't Daisha.
I'm gonna find out.
And I'm no country guy,
Let's
but I
tap
know
in.
who that was, and that was not
Hold on.
it.
Where's Dina when we need her? Somebody hit up Dina B. She'll know.
All right, just texted. I didn't text Tina. I texted TC.
Oh,
You can
no,
find
yeah.
that's the second person. One of
Second
those.
person.
Well, anyway, if you guys want to win tickets to Stars and Strings, text STARS to 20357. Tickets are on sale now at starsandstrings.com. Stars and Strings supports Fold of Honor. For more information, go to WQM.com. It's a text contest. Message and data rates apply. Don't text and drive. And also, if you're a country fan, Zach Brown Band. How would you guys like to see Zach Brown Band at the Sphere in Las Vegas this December?
The Sphere.
The Sphere. If you guys want to enter this contest, log on to the Odyssey app and listen to WQM for 1 hour for your chance to win. Listen every day and you can win. The winner receives a round trip of airfare to Las Vegas, 2 tickets to see Zach Brown, and a 2-night stay at the Venetian Resort Las Vegas, which is directly connected to the Sphere. Don't miss out. Log on to the Odyssey app. This is a national contest. For more info, go to odyssey.com/Zach. Special thanks to the Messina Touring Group.
Back in the days, it was easy to lie to your significant other and say, "You want to? I'm going to take you to Europe. Just take him to Vegas. You want to Italy? There's the Venetian. You want Paris? There's Paris." It was easy, and you still can gamble.
Don't ever take him to New York there, though.
Huh? I'm not taking them to New York.
I'm still baffled when I went to New York, how many Irish people liked partying at Nine Fine Irishmen. I'm like, wouldn't you guys want to go somewhere else?
Yeah.
No, they want
wanted
something
to go-
that resembles what they would go
They
to.
wanted home.
That's what really it is.
They wanted home.
Well, and most of them were, I mean, I met a guy that tried to get an Uber with me. He didn't care where I was going. He said, I'd never been in an Uber. And
I've never been in
I'm like, you need to get some sleep. He goes, I'm here for Conor McGregor. I didn't get a hotel room.
Oh, so he's probably on that Conor McGregor.
They just stayed like,
Yeah, he's on that Conor McGregor. That's what it is. He's going all night.
We'll take a break.
Tobin, you know what's crazy?
What's that?
How many times we've been there with the Sphere and me and Tobin. Now, keep in mind, this is the dude that the first time we went took me to an aquarium that I didn't even know existed in Vegas.
Oh, that's
right?
nice.
It was a great time.
Right.
Mandalay
Have
Bay.
never had any thoughts of going to the Sphere.
I have no interest in the Sphere.
I don't know why everybody says great.
It's a great concert place. Plus, Jim Dolan promoted that hotel and casino and everything about it, so that's why everybody's talked about it.
I've been to an IMAX theater. I get the Sphere. Samesies.
I don't know. It might be a little bit different.
Maybe a little bit more, but it's the same concept.
It cost a lot of money to build.
Yes. So I
A
think it's gonna be
lot of money.
significantly different than any other.
I don't know. I went to the Museum of Science. I saw their aquarium show one time there. when they projected like, oh, I'm in the ocean. I get it. I'm sure it's awesome.
I've seen a show.
I don't understand how you could get so mad at me for dismissing certain things, and you're just taking some people would say one of the greatest buildings built in recent history, right? As far as gadgets and what it can do and seeing an event there and what have you, and just dismissed it.
I get
like
mad
it
at
was
you.
going to the
only
theater.
The only thing I dismiss is you dismissing camp. I don't like it.
I'm not.
Respect camp.
No. See,
No. Respect camp.
I'm not dismissing camp.
You dismissed it.
I've told you some of the things I had to go to camp to get accomplished.
Sir.
What I am dismissing, right? I am dismissing taking a football player and trying to determine whether he's going to be good or not based on doing a whole bunch of things that ain't going to matter on Sunday.
No, see, you did dismiss it, and nobody's determining anything. We're riding the stock market, which is why we like stock up, stock down.
How can you ride here? How can you ride a stock market when the guy is not doing anything along the lines of?
Well, everything matters with the stock market. Like sometimes if a CEO is canoodling at a Coldplay concert, that messes with the stock. He resigned, by the way,
and his marriage. Shorty dropped the name.
He did resign.
He did resign.
Yeah, she went back to her maiden name immediately on all the socials.
Oh, the wife?
Yeah, because when something like that, when you get embarrassed, everybody's gonna look up your name. And
the embarrassing part wasn't Coldplay calling him out.
No, it was everything.
The bad part was them taking cover, and then him pointing out they probably shouldn't have been on the job.
What if he could sue though?
He'll probably try and sue.
You could sue because you didn't call for that attention.
Seems like a rich guy move.
You didn't call for that attention. You didn't ask for them to do that.
I have a great solution to all this.
Don't do it at all.
Yeah.
I mean, you should have never bought
Wait. The second you enter a concert, you're basically giving the rights for them to take pictures of you or take video. Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's in the print. It's his fault for taking his little.
Kodak took that girl. Kodak took his date to the Panther game.
Well, did that cause him trouble?
I guarantee you they didn't put the camera in that suite.
Somebody was going to find out what he was doing.
Right.
Someone was going to find out.
They made sure not to put the camera on there, so you could do things.
You can't have. If he was, I bet he would have been better off twerking with her. If he would have kept twerking with her, nobody would have said it. Well, maybe
right. Exactly.
But here's the bad thing, guys. We're gonna go to break. If there was two individuals in a company that shouldn't be having any type of illicit affair, it would be. The owner, the president, and the leader.
That's the taboo of
Wait a minute.
HR lady.
It seemed like that was a company suite, and everybody else in that suite knew who they were.
Oh, they knew. Well, but trust me when I tell you on the modules, you're not allowed to do that.
Obviously.
Trust me, I passed my course. Take a break. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560. WQAM. Currently watching Keith Kachuk being lifted up at his son's wedding.
Oh, congratulations to Matthew.
Matthew Kachuk. Why is it going off like that? Take it easy, camera.
The camera does not want to see that.
We got new cameras in here. These cameras are getting a little
like the ones on the wall.
Like
they've been having a mind of their own for the last 3 months. I think it's maybe time to update these. These are 4 years old. Ticket. Anyway,
would you like more footage of his wedding?
Sure.
Well, here we have a group photo. I promise I wasn't crying when I saw this.
You got Ryan.
You got Bennett,
Ryan Lomberg, and Brandon Montour showed up as well.
Yeah. Lamborghini.
You got a handsome Aaron Ekblad there with Evan Rodriguez.
Evan Rodriguez.
That's probably your best one yet.
So congratulations to the Kachucks. I believe it's Kachuk. It's Kachuk Cup Day right now.
He gets the cup too?
He gets the cup today too.
You think he's more happy with putting the ring on her finger or holding the cup for a second time?
He'll lie.
I think you got to say.
You got to say ring on her finger.
Hey, listen, that's a terrible spot to be in. And most people would not appreciate the dilemma. But just for future reference, you say the wife.
You think like the cup's in the bedroom? He's like,
oh, they definitely have a threesome.
He's like, you're so beautiful. And she goes, who are you talking to? And she's like in the back. He goes, no one? No one?
I think this is the only time he's allowed to have a threesome.
Well, anyway, congratulations to the Kachucks. Having a time with their life.
Great for him. Great for the family. Great year for him, man. That's a great year.
That is a good year. That is a great year for them.
I mean, nothing like going to a new team and immediately going to 3 straight finals, right?
And you living in South Florida.
Good times. So, you guys familiar with D. Gordon?
Yes, former Marlin.
Marlin
All-star. Steroid guy.
Well, that's funny you should say that, Leroy. D. Gordon was on a podcast called The Raw Room. And he wanted to set the record straight on something about the steroids.
You won, then they double back and say, all right, well, shit, we're going to suspend your goof ass.
Yeah, my goof ass, and I set my ass down for 80 days. Right. Bro, that shit was so crazy to hear people call you a cheater, and I'm like, bro, look at me.
Come on, bro.
There's no need for him to take steroids.
There's no need.
What he does doesn't.
That's going to f him up. That's going
right. There's no need for steroids, bro.
I had kids afterwards.
Right.
He said, I had kids afterwards.
He's right, though.
Right, though. No erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, that didn't. You winning that award didn't go with the narrative.
It did not. It did not.
All right, man.
All right. That was.
Wait. First of all, it's not only him, but it's 3 people in there.
Yeah, it's a podcast.
It's a podcast, and all of them couldn't be farther from the truth.
Well, here's the thing.
One has nothing to do with the other in most cases.
Right. But forget about that. Play the other part, because this is the thing. He explained before we got to that, he's explaining he feels that there was a rat that caused the steroid test because he had the audacity to win the batting title. So D. Gordon is claiming conspiracy as to why he was suspended. Here's D. Gordon.
Look, I got suspended in 16 for steroids.
Oh, damn.
King. Look at me, King. It look like I took steroids.
Man, ain't no way.
Okay.
Right. I'm about to say, ain't
165.
Ain't no way. He said 165.
Let me tell y'all, I ain't gonna say no name or nothing, but let me just put it like this. 2015, they told my little black ass, don't win that batting championship.
I'm gonna win this batting championship.
And I said, y'all got me f***ed up.
That's crazy.
And the next spring.
Damn. So you went out there and said, "F it, I'm gonna go get this little championship, this trophy."
And they said, "Don't do it."
Damn. Was it like a money thing for them?
Nah, it was a guy. that played on that team. I ain't gonna say his name.
Yeah.
He would have won Triple Crown if I let him win the batting title. The last day of the season, I beat him for the batting title. I went 3 for 4 with a home run.
I'm trying to see
I ain't saying he was on that team though.
King can say it. I mean, it'll be easy.
If it's what I'm thinking of, then
he won MVP that year.
I think I know
on that team.
Right.
Yeah, on that team.
I know who it is too.
Yeah. He won MVP on that team.
They didn't like that.
Yeah, he called me a week before.
They didn't like that.
And I was like, man, I'm from Avon Park, bro.
You hear me? He said, I'm from Avon Park.
Oh, yeah. I know he was in his feelings too.
Ah, yeah, it was bad.
He was deep in his feelings too.
It was bad. I'm talking about he had me to go into the last day, y'all. I was at like 329, and
Give me that.
I went 3 for 4 on him.
All right. So there you go. D. Gordon is claiming or insinuating that Bryce Harper had somebody reach out to him, or somebody from LB reached out to D. Gordon to take a dive on the batting title because they wanted Bryce Harper to win the Triple Crown, which, by the way, he wouldn't have won because he was 31 RBI behind Nolan Arenado that year. That is the reason why he popped for steroids.
Hey. Here's what I hate.
What do you hate?
There's a test
Mm-hmm.
that they give you
Okay.
that determines whether you pop for steroids. Right? So, in order for you to pop for steroids, you had to have taken steroids. So, for him to say, the only reason why I popped is because I won the batting title, no, you popped. Because regardless of what the other situations were, you tested positive for steroids.
You ain't think he tested positive for steroids.
I'm just saying.
Him taking PEDs like me taking PEDs.
But regardless, to say that the only reason why was all that other stuff, no, the reason why is because you took steroids.
But Leroy, okay, once again, back to the beginning of the show. Would it be entertaining if he said he did it? Yes, I did it. Or would it be more entertaining if he said MLB baseball conspiracy theory?
It would have been more entertaining if he said, I did steroids at 165 and I got up to 168. That would have been fun.
I wouldn't want to hear that. I actually want somebody to come out and be like, yeah, I did it. And this is why I did it. Because it worked. I had the greatest season of my career.
But that would be understandable if the name was Alex Rodriguez or something like that. No disrespect to D. Gordon, but nah. Mm-mm. What, you went from 166 to 166 and a half?
You're never going to take not everybody has to take steroids to hit home runs. Like, what if you just needed steroids?
What, to have better hand-eye coordination?
Yes, or recovery, or strength through the season.
The whole point is he popped for something he did. It wasn't a conspiracy to, here, if there's a conspiracy to test him, right? I say, okay, maybe there was. Maybe somebody said, hey, you know what? We better check in D. Gordon, right? But if you were clean, it wouldn't have mattered. So how in the hell can you be mad at somebody else? Look, the fact of the matter is this. Regardless of who directed them in your direction, you were taking steroids.
Also, let's just say this was true. That doesn't come out immediately. Like, you don't say before the 80-game suspension, hey, I got a phone call last year that said, if you don't take a dive.
I don't think you were going to say that. You might be done for the rest of your career.
If you don't take a dive, like, you're not clearing your good name at the time. It's crazy.
I would say this.
You need to check your conspiracy, though. He wouldn't have won the Triple Crown.
I just like even though it's not true, I just like the conspiracy. I just like the fact that he just
right. And here's what further buries that conspiracy. He wouldn't have won the Triple Crown.
Bryce Harper.
No, right. He wouldn't have won the Triple Crown.
Right. But he got suspended 80 games though, right?
No, he got the next year.
Yeah.
He got suspended 80 games the next year, but he's saying, well, if I would have lost, Bryce Harper would have won the Triple Crown. He wouldn't have.
To this interview, they sounded like they were on a lot, not even a little, a lot wakey bakey.
Devon says, wasn't Barry Bonds the hitting coach that year? I believe he was.
Well, there you go. There you go.
He's like, hey, I got something that'll work. It's good.
Oh man,
he's like, even for me, Barry, even for you, D. Gordon.
Wait, can I ask a question? Why?
Jesus.
Wow. Hey, why does Barry Bonds all of a sudden have a deep voice like Lou Rawls?
Just compared to D. Gordon.
You'll never find
a hitter like me. Yeah.
I mean, D. Gordon definitely probably went through life. Like, do you always have to take the steroid test? Like, is it always random? Because he probably went through life and be like, he's never gonna pick me.
Although I will say, when I got arrested down in Miami, I got tested every day.
Wait, you got pinched down here too?
Yeah.
Damn, you've been locked up twice?
No, I ain't get locked up.
You've been in a holding cell twice?
Yeah, for a couple of minutes.
Being sassy.
No, it wasn't even being sassy. I called somebody a rent-a-cop outside of the.
That's not sassy?
That's being sassy.
No. Because he came over to ask if there was a situation in our group. And I'm like, get away, rent-a-cop. And so then he called basically SWAT.
Yeah, he showed you what rent-a-cop
I guess
the
other, and so the other rentals showed up.
No, I mean they stopped. They closed. They damn near closed the street. I'm like, all for this, right?
Yeah, you see, don't call nobody.
So, I mean, he had on the t-shirt. He was sitting outside the bar. He was a rent-a-cop. The bar rented him to sit at the door.
Who looked more like a cop, that guy or the one from the fireworks store?
The one from the fireworks store. If he would have said stand down, I'd have took a knee. Like,
you would have been
say less.
Hey, dude. Hey, Vlad. It took him 25 minutes to get dressed in his armor. Outside, right next, while driving a pink car.
Oh my God. We'll take a break. Back with more after this.
I'm so confused.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy back with you here on a Monday. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch, the channel, Miami 560 WQAM. Let's get to our headlines. Brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. At Doral Volkswagen, choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock, like the Tiguan, Taos, and Atlas. And remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. Marlins going to be back at it tonight against the San Diego Padres. And that gets going today, 6:40 from Lone Depot Park, as the Marlins take 2 out of 3 over the weekend. Miami Dolphins, they have training camp starting up this week. Everybody reports tomorrow. We got the news over the weekend, and then an official this morning that Jonah Savaiinaya, he has signed his rookie contract.
Good.
He will be good to
go.
go.
Work.
Thank God.
Get to work.
Eichenberg off the field. What?
Listen, I know how much everybody hates Liam Eichenberg. Liam Eichenberg will be on this team.
Ugh.
Right?
Awesome. You see Tyler.
You don't think he can get better? What year is this for him?
Too long.
No, come on, dude.
What?
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 Like,
Didn't you tell me that you once told Robert Smith what's a bad player with more experience, an experienced bad player?
Yeah, but there's a fine line between
What's
determining.
the fine line?
Hold on.
And what is that fine line?
Hold on. Are you gonna let me finish?
Oh, okay.
There's a fine line between being bad to the point of no return or development. Right? Like,
Development?
Yeah.
He's already been through a contract.
Has he?
Yes. He came back on a mini this year.
A mini? So
nobody else wanted him.
So it don't cost you nothing to keep him.
Please, Chris. I'll take the minimum.
I mean, he earned that. So I'm not. He earned it.
He earned it.
But he's a player that, because he plays multiple positions, you need 1 or 2 of those guys on your roster.
Tyler Hero posted some photos. He posted a montage of photos on his Instagram page, including he was hobnobbing with Mike McDaniel at the Morgan Wallen concert.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Tyler Hero hanging with McCochin.
Where are they sitting?
I don't know. Looks like
It's like a homemade suite.
Yeah, something like that.
But
I would say that's like right on the floor.
Right next to each other, right next to them. Their wives are definitely next to them.
Do you think Tyler Hero's like, he's like, hey man, even I can see that you need to run up the middle.
It's
well,
not.
Tyler was Tyler had his own troubles early in the year, so he's good now. He learned from his mistake.
Hey,
Tyler was.
By the way,
he was outside.
You know, you can be a physical team and not just run up the middle. But when you look at a team, you can tell that you can see the difference between an offense trying to be too cute and an offense that's trying to be physical. When it's 20 degrees, cute don't work.
I think they should put this photo up in the Louvre and call it On Notice.
Both of them?
To both of them.
You think see, I have a different I believe Tyler was out of his element for a lot of the year.
He looks like Tyler's agent.
Right.
Hey man, the Heat are trying to give us the extension. What do you want to do, Tyler?
And I know Mike McDaniel is a good coach, that he just need to make some, some concept changes.
You think he tells Tyler, he goes, now that Duncan's on the outs, the good Greek deal is all yours. Oh man.
He's actually Tyler, can you play corner?
Like 6'5". You can do something.
He's that's a big word for me, dog.
Tyler's like, physicality or 50 million a year guaranteed.
He does look like he's dressed like a Grease character.
Yeah. I'm like, why he got a jacket on? It's hot as hell in South Florida.
I don't understand him. He does that, he's
I heard it was very hot in that concert. So the fact that he was wearing that
outdoor July concert.
Well, I know, but people were very much complaining.
And then he wears a fleece hoodie in 10-degree weather. Like this guy's he's different. He's different.
I think he's just doing it for the look. He knows he's hot as hell.
But the jacket's kind of cool. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, listen,
I would never sacrifice.
Can I just tell you?
I would never sacrifice for fashion.
Like Glad wear it for for Top Gun or something like that.
I don't know. I know the four of us on this show right now. Because
well, say 5 because
Jennifer always complains about being hot. Right?
Mhm.
Tobin, I'm a person that's always cold.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm gonna say this. In efforts to look good, I still ain't going that far.
I won't.
Because that jacket would not make it from the car to where they're watching that concert from.
It won't make it from my doorstep.
Right. When you walk from your doorstep to your car, you're like,
From my room to my doorstep, it ain't going nowhere.
But he might just be one of those people. Like he doesn't sweat. Like he's just super hot. Or
now
super
people
cold.
About sweating. It's
people
about the
question
heat
me
stroke
because I
you're
always
gonna
wear
get.
long sleeves when I go to the studio. But that's because it's cold in there.
Well, I don't know. I mean, look, if they're by a suite, they can obviously go into the air conditioning.
They're on the ground. They're not by a suite.
I don't know, dude. What do you want me to tell you? He's wearing a jacket.
That's floor, and they have their own little built-in.
It's not floor. Like they look like they're a little
definitely
elevated.
floor.
Like it's kind of like like they're on some kind of pavilion. It looks like.
That's floor.
Dude, they're not higher. Look. They're not even level with the
I
first
know my
row.
concerts.
See the teal wall? They're not higher than that. They're on the ground, dude.
Maybe they're both high. As a kite yogi.
I mean, that would calm Mike McDaniel down, right?
So Morgan Wallen?
No.
Herbal Essence?
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely come on. He was hitting that pen in Buffalo. What are we talking about here? He was hitting that pen.
We don't know that.
I know. I know. Smokers to know. Smokers to know.
So go ahead.
No, speaking of, by the way, so Matthew Tkachuk's having his cup day, but AJ Greer had his cup day. It looks like I finally got the in to ask Norman Powell about AJ Greer, because Norman Powell, you gave him the old fire emojis on his Instagram for cup day. This means they're social media friends, which means it's not weird if I ask the question now.
No, so
it's weird that you're still keeping track of it, Tobin.
It's not weird. I just saw it. I follow Norman. Listen. Instagram works like this, Jennifer. If you follow the people on your algorithm, it's like, oh, Norman Powell commented on AJ Greer. I follow them both. It was the first thing that popped up when that post was there. I was like, oh, look at that. Norman Powell giving an old nod to AJ Greer. It's not weird.
Does it tell you how long
what's weird
they've
is
been following each other?
I don't think it's weird of them.
So here's the crazy part. Maybe since he came down here to Florida, or since he signed with the Heat, he's followed the South Florida sports to kind of.
Leroy, again, no. You're so bad at this. I wish I could sit you down sometimes.
We've already gone through that answer. Apparently, the only South Florida sports guy is AJ Greer.
The only person that Norman Powell follows is a Panthers fourth liner. Think about that.
Well,
That's
use
crazy.
your investigative skills and find out how. Why?
That's what my point was. You told me it was too creepy a question. Now I have the in.
It is creepy.
It's not a creepy question.
It's
Creepy. You're stalking his Instagram.
I'm not stalking. I'm. If you didn't want it on Instagram,
Is he on
don't put it on
notifications?
Instagram.
Is
You
he
don't
on
want people to look.
notifications?
Dude, can I tell you? That's creepy.
It's
right?
not creepy.
Yeah, it is.
It's not creepy.
Hey, Norman. So I see that
If
you
you were
like
to ask me that,
right?
be like,
No,
what are you doing on my profile like that?
Wrong. This is why you guys are wrong. If I would have asked him why,
How is it wrong? It's me.
I'm going to explain it. Well, that's what I'm going to explain. If I would have asked him, hey, why do you follow AJ Greer? That's a little weird. But if he's going on AJ Greer's Instagram page, putting fire emojis under having the Stanley Cup,
and you can ask him questions.
That's fair game.
Yeah, because it's public.
Fair game.
It's almost public communication. You can see it. It's for their eyes. No, I'm serious.
It's fair game. Take a break. Get into some action coming up next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. All right, we got to get to our Hard Rock Bet of the day, which is sponsored by Hard Rock Bet. Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida and the place to bet on your teams today and every day. Hard Rock Bet has props, parlays, and live play-by-play betting, and the no-regret first bet up to $100. First bet doesn't win, you get your money back to try again. Hard Rock Bet is offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. You must be 21 and physically present in Florida to play. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. All right, Leroy. Tonight, we got the Marlins taking on the Padres. We could bet on that. We got ourselves some action. We got the Yankees taking on the Blue Jays and some AL East action. Any way you lean in today? Anybody you want to go to? We got Yuri Perez on the hill today. You want to bet on Yuri?
Yuri strikeouts.
All right, we're going to go with Yuri strikeouts. Pitching. All right, his over-under is over 5.5. If you want to go over 8 or more is 5-1. 7 or more is plus 260.
And they're playing who?
Padres.
Ooh.
Take Luis Arraez at least over a half hit. He's gonna get a hit. He's a good hitter. That's what I would think.
How about Padres favorite, right?
Yeah, they are the favorite. No, they're not favored tonight. Yuri's with Yuri on the hill. The Marlins are the favorite tonight.
Oh, wow. So are we going to just take a flyer? Because there's not.
Well, I mean, we could parlay some of it. I mean, do you want to go? We can go Yuri strikeouts over. We could throw in. Do you want to go Stowers home run?
Yeah. Who's pitching for them?
On the mound today for the Padres, we have Randy Vasquez, 3-4, 3.80 ERA, 1.31, 3.9 WHIP. How many dongs has he given up this year? Let's see. Regular season. He's given up 12 home runs in 19 starts. A little wild. I feel good about it.
So we go Stowers, Yuri. Let's jack it up. Yuri over what?
It's plus 1,100. If you just go Yuri over on the home runs and a Stowers home run, it's plus 1,100.
Okay.
All right, we'll rock with that. We'll rock with
Monday.
That. We'll rock with that tonight. All right, there we go. Bet is in. We're going over Yuri strikeouts and a Stowers blast. Killing it tonight.
Killing it. Oh, you see the message?
No, what happened?
Theo. Theo
from
died.
the Cosby Show has passed
Malcolm
away.
Jamal Warner, TMZ's reporting, passed away at 54 in an accidental drowning.
Oh.
But I made sure to say that's what TMZ's reporting.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you. Where was he?
Did he drown? Do we know where he drowned?
Mm.
I'm just curious if it was like in a bathtub or if it was like a
his own pool
or
or
his own
something?
pool or something like that. Yeah.
It just says accidental drowning.
Okay. Well, that's terribly
That's
sad.
usually
It's very recent that it just came out.
That's like one of those current things. I was on a paddleboard one time, and when we went to Bimini,
Mhm.
and I was just paddling, having a good time, and then I realized I was in 100 feet of water
Yeesh.
because
you
the
out?
current just took you out. No, I got on that paddle and took my butt back in.
Did you see they found the guy responsible for selling Joe Butro stolen goods?
Yeah, New York.
Mm-hmm. Guy pled guilty to buying and selling Joe Butro's stolen stuff.
To buying it or stealing it?
No, he didn't steal it. He bought the stolen items and then sold them again.
Oh, because he's not supposed to. You're not supposed to.
Mm.
Yeah, but here's the problem: if you're a pawn shop, you're supposed to have record of who bought it from.
You're supposed to, yeah. I don't know.
So that's the
man's name,
issue there.
Dmitry Nezhinsky.
Ooh boy. Hey,
Oh, I'm very sorry for actions.
Hey, I watch Law and Order. It's always a Russian buying and selling stuff in the back room.
I'm very sorry for my actions. Most of my business was completely legitimate, and it was a good business.
He said was.
From the Department of Justice, this defendant ran a black market pipeline buying stolen luxury goods.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Your first words couldn't counter anymore what the guy said about his business. Right? They came out hot. Black market, like, no, that's just, you made it sound like you had a oopsie.
It was a one-time thing.
Right.
A black market pipeline buying stolen luxury goods from organized theft crews that targeted homes and businesses. It was a deliberate operation that helped professional burglars prey on innocent people. Today's guilty plea sends a clear message. If you profit over stolen property, we will find you and dismantle your operation. Wow. Poor Joe Butro. Who's seedier, the Louisiana Mississippi gambling ring or the New Jersey pawn shop guy?
The New Jersey pawn shop guy, because he's stealing from actual people, right? He's stealing stuff from people.
Not the casinos.
In the casino's still winning. Because if we're going through all this over 13,000.
Even the casino, when they're not winning, they're like, what do you mean we don't win?
Right.
The house always wins.
They always win.
So from that standpoint, I would say this is much worse because you're stealing from another individual.
He goes, what's this? AFC Championship ring with Butro on it. You sure this is yours? Oh, completely. Yes, my cousin, Vladimir Butro.
Yeah, you need more of a French accent, right?
On level, buddy. Do not worry. You have problem. Here is cousin, Alexander Usyk. Now I break
you want to
face.
meet Ivan?
You want to meet Ivan? That's just name of this one. This one has other name. This one Drago.
That would be funny if if his left hand was Ivan and the right hand was Drago.
Yeah,
that'd be funny.
Oof. That's crazy. Anyway, we got football coming up this week. Can't wait. Stock up. Yeah,
training
camp.
Oh,
right
training
around the corner.
Training camp.
Right around.
Yeah,
the corner.
like I am like. There's a couple of people that I would like to see, in camp.
Yeah.
But
really?
It's not. It would not be an indication of how I think they're going to play, football. I would just like to see, the offensive lineman. Go ahead and say it for me, Tobin.
Jonah Savaianaya.
Yeah. I want to see how well he moves his feet. How for a big boy, that's considered to be.
So can I ask you something?
Sure.
Theoretically,
I know where you
on Thursday.
No.
Just hear me out.
Why
if
are
I
you
come here
trying to backdoor
and I
me
read,
into?
I read from Chris Perkins, stock up. Jonah Savaianaya moved his feet well.
No, it's like for me, I would be looking at it through a different place, right? Because moving your feet to me means a whole lot of different things, but it does not show how tough you are, right? So if I can see him moving his feet, I would be thinking, Mike, my head, this dude pulling, right? I don't want that. I want him to be a mauler.
So let me ask you this then, Leroy. Wouldn't you think camp would be a great indicator to see if, Jonah's like doing a great job and maybe outplaying a certain other player like a Liam Eichenberg? Wouldn't that show that so that they can put him in the lineup with the other four linemen and see how he performs against?
Here's how. I'm gonna tell you exactly how it works, right? Like you have the drills in practice, and you do even 9-on-7 or 7-on-7 or pass rush or whatever, right? However, that determination is never going to be made just based on that. You need to see it in the game. You need to see how they perform on the field. And so while I know it sounds like I'm just discrediting camp, I'm not. But what I am trying to do is temper everybody who reads too much into a camp practice, right? Because in most camps, the defense always does well because everything's scripted.
See, like I said, you don't understand. You played the game, so you don't understand it. Like how
it's fun, baby. Like
who haven't seen football since February.
You know what it's
like? I understand that.
Yeah,
like the excitement of football starting is there for me also. I'm not saying I'm not excited for football to start.
It is, but then you're gonna. Anytime I get excited about something, you're just gonna tell me it's camp, and it's like
right.
I don't like that,
dude. There's nobody made a Pro Bowl in camp.
Fine. I mean, nobody's asking
and in
for.
fact, most of your better players in the league don't hardly do anything in camp.
What about the little battles? What about the bottom of the roster?
It's just that.
Without camp, there would be no Storm Duck. No Cater Kohu.
Point for
I mean, he left you speechless.
No, it's not. These things are all true. I'm not saying that there aren't guys that can. And keep in mind, a wide receiver or a DB, I separate the two from this fact. The wide receiver has to learn how to catch the ball while getting hit and in traffic. Mm-hmm. So when they make these great catches in camp, like depending on where they are on the field, I'm like, he gonna get hit. And let's see if he can take the hit. A DB is one of the few positions that you can tell if a guy can cover without actually playing football.
I need to know if Tua is on the same page with Nick Westbrook-Akine.
No, and that will and that's what those practices are for.
Karen
right?
says, "Where's Van
But
Ginkel?"
He could be on the same page. It's still not an indication of whether we just say Nick
Westbrook-Akine.
Westbrook-Akine.
Let's see, we got him from the Titans.
It's still not gonna be an indication of how well he performs in the game.
That guy's gonna be so happy. You can imagine you go from what's that dude's name? Will Levis to Tua.
Well, he wouldn't have been going from Will Levis to Tua. Now he'd have been going from Will Levis to Cam Ward.
Yeah, but he'll never know Cam Ward. Sorry, them's the breaks.
Yeah. So it's like I'm listen. I get it's like when I played, I was excited for camp to start.
What didn't I tell you that?
Only for this reason. Because then that minute was almost over and the season was going to start.
It's time to grow up. You're not there anymore. It's time to embrace. You need to, get your mind right for camp.
My story is different than yours. And so how I look at these situations is different than you.
Different than ours. Guess what? We'll never have the chance of being an NFL player. But when you have the chance of being a fan.
Yeah. I am a fan. I am a fan. But the sport that I spent half my life in, I tend to lean closer to reality than just blind fan.
It's like if I were to go. It's like if I were to go to Superman with you, and you go, he's not really flying,
No, that's not.
That's what it's like. That's what you like, dude. Just enjoy it.
No, I wouldn't do that. Wait, you think dude? I'm a Marvel fan. You think I don't realize that?
No, I'm not. I know you realize it, but that's what it's like. It's like you're sitting there being like, well, he's not really flying. It's like, all right,
it's a movie.
You're also talking to a guy who didn't realize what's her name was CGI.
Nicole Kidman.
Kidman.
Yeah. So Bubba in front of you was not happy with you. That is her. We were in Davie watching the movie.
You watching the movie?
We were watching Aquaman.
Well, and we went, no. Why did we go see Aquaman?
Because I hate Aquaman. So
that's it.
Oh, so you forced him to watch a movie that he didn't want to watch?
No, we all had planned on it.
Oh.
He's like, why do you hate Aquaman? Because he's
then we got to a part of the movie where Nicole Kidman looked 25. And I was like, that looked just like Nicole Kidman.
I was so annoyed in front of you.
Nothing
gets past you.
and so Tobin goes, hey, you idiot. That is her. CGI. I'm like, really? That's what we're doing now? We can't get new actresses? Younger actresses?
Leroy really hates the old.
No, I don't.
Meanwhile, the one who was young, she got canceled. So,
yeah.
Dude, she's leaving, her number 2's on Johnny Depp's
thought that was the dog.
No, it wasn't. The dog I think it was her. She's leaving excrements.
First of all, it would never be a dog. You know why? Because dogs don't poop where they sleep.
I think she just did that after you saw that.
No, that's a fact.
It is a fact.
It is a fact. So if your dog hangs out on your bed, he or she would never get on the bed and take a poop or pee. They just don't. They'll jump off the bed and go in the corner.
We'll take a break. Play a little all right, oh no to close out the day after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy closing it out with you here on a Monday with a little all right. Oh, no. I'm going to start off with a guy who didn't win this weekend, but he showed himself a lot better than some thought that he would. And my all right goes to the Pac-Man, Manny Pacquiao.
All right.
Fought to a majority draw. Almost pulled it out. But I think showed himself well. Well, I was a little scared about Manny being in there. I was a little scared by round 3. And all of a sudden in the middle of that fight.
It said you felt the same way. So you watch MMA, you watch UFC, and you watch boxing, and you felt the same way after a couple of rounds with both of your favorite guys?
Yep. I was very worried. I was like, oh, man, Dustin's about to get done. Oh, no. Oh! I was like, that fight went 0 to 100 real quick. That fight was crazy.
UFC is the only fighting where it can flip so fast. Like you could be pummeling a guy, boom, 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 on the ground, choked out, you're done.
No, it was great. It was a great fight weekend. But the Pac-Man, he gets my all right. He shows himself well. Happy for him. And that's great. My oh no.
Oh no.
You know, I gave Damian Lillard the benefit of the doubt going back to Portland. God, I still can't stand this Joe Cronin just cheesing in the background.
He wins.
He's just like yeah,
So
he
he
does.
got picks and Dame.
He's sitting in the background, and
that's why I responded the way I responded when you sent that text.
I just saw him there. I'm just like, ugh.
Tobin, if the Heat had done something like that, you would have been like, wow.
I guess
all smooth right there.
You're not gonna like my outright.
Just like, just look at him. Look at him. Just
the smile. Let me crop him out. Let me crop him out.
Is Dame walking already?
No, why?
Oh, he's on crutches?
He's not on crutches.
He's just sitting down.
Sitting down, Leroy.
Yeah,
I know, but I mean, usually you can see him nearby.
Jeez, Leroy.
Leroy,
I don't think he's on crutches anymore. I don't think he's on crutches. I think Tatum said that this weekend he got out of the boot finally.
Yeah,
poor Tatum was walking around down. Did you see Tatum was walking around down here in Miami in the boot? That's a sweaty boot.
That's a sweaty boot.
No, I'm not walking that sweaty
Let me
boot.
tell you, nothing worse than a cast in the summer.
Leroy, what's your all right? No.
His feet stinks.
So my all right is going to go to a guy who we didn't talk about this past weekend, Bryson DeChambeau.
All right.
He shot 78 his first round and ended up in like third place. So he went 65, 67, 64. If you make that 78 even par, he wins the Open Championship running away.
Wow.
So usually guys like that, they just get ready for the trunk slam. They give up. They quit. That guy's going to be on the Ryder Cup at 100%. You need guys like that on the Ryder Cup to just fight through stuff. So seeing that, really, keep in mind, last Open Championship or the last time it was where it is Royal Port Rush.
Mm-hmm.
Rory shot 78 to start his tournament. And he was with us on Saturday. So it just goes, the guy got something. Whatever you think of Bryson DeChambeau, that guy got exactly what it takes to grind something out, in something like the Ryder Cup. He'll be on the Ryder Cup even though he's not a PGA Tour player. Mark my words.
What's your oh no?
My oh no is going to go to my Monday. I'll take the daily L. Started off a little rough. I feel like I've been in a 12-round heavyweight battle with you two. I'm exhausted. I'm going to take a nap.
And I don't usually side with Tobin. That's
I know.
Like, you know what I mean? We always look out for each other, but I'm sorry,
well,
you're bad.
If you're familiar, Vlad, most people are familiar with our show. And our dynamic is fan versus, it's just like, because, like, look, I don't go extreme with the player side of it. You know how some guys just go way too extreme about how we had it and stuff like that. I don't do that. And he goes extreme with the fandom and the pettiness sometimes.
And that's the dynamic.
But I know, but again, don't fault me for fighting about stuff that he says that is not accurate.
But Leroy, in his defense, in fairness, where we're talking about this particular topic,
right?
It is good to be hopeful and be delirious and have all the delusions of grandeur.
Yeah, because no football's been played yet. Yes,
no real football's been played.
And also, you guys need to know, if I have a question about anything, the first person I call is Tobin. So y'all make it sound like, no. If I have questions about, hey man, how do I he goes, again? Right? So if I have a question about something I don't know about in the fight game, right? He goes, we just had this discussion yesterday. But yeah, there it is. That's like today. When my game bumped, before I just went on and gave it out, I asked the question. How should I feel about this?
And you learned a lesson.
I learned the lesson, right? I learned the lesson. You know why? Because that's my boy. So I know, but I didn't at the time. I didn't really fully understand what I did wrong to not get the return courtesy, back from Miss Water Bottle Lady. Right?
Oh no!
You don't think it went too far and say, "Oh, and can you go fill up my bottle at a restaurant?"
Honestly, who does that? Like, I would never think to do that.
Right.
I'm just telling you, you can't complain about what you want after you're a gentleman.
Exactly.
And look
so
what you
now
know.
I know.
Now you
I
know
mean,
how
you know
to
what? It is annoying that, like, let's say if you were at a store and then you let the person that looks like I don't know, like you let someone go in front of you and you think they don't really have much, they're not going to take a long time, and then like they'll order balloons or something.
Right.
Wasting your time.
Right. Like, yeah. Like, so
they knew their intentions before going in front of you.
That's what I learned. I learned the arm bar.
Yep.
I'm gonna arm bar that door.
You can do a little kick out too. You can do the little flamingo kick out with your heel.
So you got a box out.
But here's the problem. Some of the doors have some snapback.
Oh yeah. You gotta be careful.
I ain't want to like knock the lady out by just pushing it open and saying, "Come on, hurry up through."
You gotta scout
so
it.
I held it for her.
Jennifer, what's your all right? No.
Well, my all right goes to all these memes that keep coming out of this Coldplay concert.
Oh,
it's glorious.
Did you see the one with Will Smith?
There's so many of them. Everything that's turned into AI. There's people at concerts, like the band themselves. They're making fun of it. They're saying, "Don't worry, we're not going to out your affair." There's even like baseball games and the mascot.
I saw the Phillies do it. The Phillies, they did Coldplay cam, and so everybody who was on camera, they had to dive out of there. It was funny.
Coldplay's coming down.
There's people with signs saying, "This is my wife," or "This isn't," like it was.
Who is he married to? He's married to a famous actress.
He was married to Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh
yeah, and then he just ended his 8-year relationship with Dakota.
Benny?
No.
Johnson.
Oh, Dakota
Johnson?
She's the one from the crazy movies.
The 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
The Materialist recently just came out.
It gets stale after a while.
Melanie Griffith's daughter, huh? Okay.
Okay.
What's your oh no, Jennifer?
There's also the airlines on social media are now going off also. It's really funny. So my oh no goes to this whole trend that has gotten way out of hand. The Labubu.
Oh no!
They're now customizing them with actual tattoos and piercings.
I have an update on Sophia Tobin and the Labubus. She's out.
I'm so happy for her.
She's out. Why?
She goes, I looked up one night and I saw them in the room. They said they creeped me the hell out. I didn't like them. And so she hid the Labubu somewhere in Tommy's room. She won't say where.
Tommy's room?
She's hoping to scare her little brother. But we all told him, we told her off the bat, we're like, these Labubus are terrifying. And she's out. She's rats off a ship on Labubus.
She has a dad who jumps in the pool in the middle of the night right outside her window, and that's not terrifying.
That doesn't compare to the Labubus. Look, I have a picture. No.
They're great. Yeah.
They're actually going to tattoo shops and tattooing them. There's even pop-up shops that are coming out around. I'm telling you, this is too much.
Vlad, what's your all right? No.
Scotty Scheffler.
Oh,
you got to give it to him. He's good.
He's good.
The fact that everybody asked him the questions and during his Tuesday pre-opening round press conference, and he was like, what's winning? Winning's great. It's a fleeting moment. You're happy, and in 5 minutes, you're on to the next step of your life. And people were questioning his dedication, his focus. Is he really into golf? He just whooped everybody's ass by 3 strokes or better.
You know what the great thing about golf is? Golf is a isolation sport, in that most of the work that you do is by yourself or with your coach or whatever. So people take how you play and determine that as your dedication to what you do. And it's unfair, but good for him that he can put it all in context. It don't mean he ain't working his butt off. It just mean that he ain't he's living life.
He explained it, and he played what he explained, and it worked out. You know what I'm saying? So that you got to give it to him. You got to give Scotty Scheffler my all right. My oh no goes to what's Shamar Stewart.
Oh man, this is juicy.
We all were ripping the Cincinnati Bengals, but come to find out, the Bengals are actually doing the right thing. So the second round receiver wants a guarantee contract, right? But the Bengals don't want to give it to him because in part of the guarantees, they said in case Stewart gets arrested, they still want the Bengals to fully guarantee the contract. There are provisions in the contract, like if you do something obviously stupid, you know they could void the contract.
No, sir, don't do it.
They want him. They want the player and the agent want the Bengals to fully guarantee, including if he does something stupid or he breaks the law.
Kind of sound like he gonna do something stupid.
He kind of knows that he's gonna do something stupid. So now the Bengals don't pay that man if he knows he's gonna do something stupid.
Yeah, they should trade him down here.
Well, hey, it's hard. Vlad,
you won't get in trouble at home. He's
Vlad,
down here.
Vlad, what you did is
getting
hard.
more trouble at home.
It's hard to do with the Cincinnati Bengals. But I'm with you. And I can't believe that we are sitting here defending one of the teams that have been the most dysfunctional in the last 20 years. Because they're about to ruin Joe Burrow if they don't get protection for him.
They should trade him for like Bradley Chubb or something. Sure does Shamar Stewart for Bradley Chubb. You know, they got a proven guy. And then, if Trey Hendrickson doesn't work out,
But I've never seen that. Yeah, the only problem is you haven't fully guaranteed that in case Mr. Stewart does get arrested or gets in some sort of trouble, we're not guaranteeing he is, but, with his past, we still want you to guarantee.
So basically, he's saying, let me get this straight. If you are suspended for doing something stupid, then they can't try to get their money back or not pay you. Here's the problem with that, though. If you do something stupid and get suspended by the league, you ain't getting that money either.
Yeah,
that money goes to the fine pot.
Doesn't it just get taken out anyway?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He worried about the team saying they're going to pay him. And don't worry about the team. It's the NFL that still can fine you. You ain't getting that money anyway.
Well, the unthinkable happened. Leroy backed the Bengals.
And finding out Jamal Warner, that's a no-no. That sucks.
That sucks. I got to look into it. I got to see how he drowned. Did he drown in his
Garden
pool?
Gartrell's shirt.
Huh?
I'm a rock a Garden Gartrell shirt today.
Or did he die jumping in a creek?
I don't know.
We'll get more details.
It's a developing story. They haven't said anything. Really.
Okay.
This is a tough story to end on with 40 seconds left or less than that. So we will get details on it. We will update it tomorrow. Everybody have a great rest of your day. And Yuri, get us some strikeouts. Kyle Stowers, huh? Get back on this parlay train. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.